What is up, everybody? It's Cody with Blood Money MMA Bets, and I'm here with my boys, my co-host JohnnyKpicks, and special guest Tyler with 138 MMA, and Brandon with MMA PropAholic. How you guys doing today?
Great,
doing good. Looking for some fights, some good fights. Got some good bets going, and fun card for fights. I don't know about bets, but fun card for fights.
Definitely. Yeah, I'm liking it. It's gonna be good. That main card's pretty good. You fell out. The main card's pretty good. It's got some good fights. Obviously, that main event's gonna be really good. I'm looking forward to Mitchell versus Ige. And both of them fights are tough to call, in my opinion. Like both of them have whoever wins probably gonna look minus 500. So it's gonna it's gonna be tough. But there's some other good fights I'm looking forward to. Brian Battle, AJ Fletcher. Before we get into all this stuff, get into the comments and everything, Tyler and MMA PropAholic 138 MMA, I'm gonna let you guys shout out your stuff, let people know where you're at, what you're doing.
Who's first?
You can go first, Tyler.
I'll go first. Okay. So yeah, 138 MMA. You can find me on everything at 138 MMA. So there's that. Right now, you can find me killing it on the Bellator card that's going on right now. So if you got that on and on another tab, we're doing well. So good deal there. But yeah, 138 MMA on everything. Don't really use Instagram, but I have one of those as well. But Twitter, Tapology, YouTube, Patreon, you know it. That's where I'm at.
Oh yeah, and you've been killing it, man. Been killing it. Prop, where can they find you, brother? And I got their links too to the YouTubes in the description.
Yeah, so you guys can find me at MMA_PropAholic on Twitter and that MMA PropAholic on YouTube. For my YouTube, I'm actually going to be doing it how I used to do it. I'm going to start doing breakdowns for each fight on the card. So I'll be dropping each fight breakdowns for next week, try to get out early on the tape. And if you guys still haven't listened, I was on Dan Levy's Best Fight Picks on Wednesday. Broke down the card with him. It's currently on Spotify, Apple Music, and YouTube as well. So if you guys missed out on that and you guys want to hear my breakdowns for the fights and Dan's as well, go check that out as well. And I'm ready whenever you guys are ready to break down some fights, man. Can't wait.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one.
Yes, sir.
Yanni K. Everybody knows. I put your links in there.
That's all right. You know where to find me. JohnnyKpicks everywhere.
Yanni K. Let's say what's up to everybody in the chat. And we have a real quick too, is we have another week off next week, man. So our first week off in 18 weeks?
16, I think. I think 17, whatever. 16, 18, doesn't matter. It's a lot.
A lot of weeks. Everybody make sure you enjoy next week, man. Enjoy that week off.
I don't believe in it. I'll have more content coming out. Don't worry.
Yeah. I can't wait.
I will not.
I got Contender Series, and then on Wednesday, I'm interviewing a local referee. So we're going to get so if anybody has questions for the referee, send them to me on Twitter or whatever. Wednesday night, I'm interviewing him. We're going to talk athletic commissions. We're going to talk refereeing in general, stuff like that. So Twitter, send me him. I put a tweet out. Or whatever, X or whatever. It's X, I guess.
Yeah.
It's still Twitter in my eyes.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, definitely, man. That'd be a cool interview. You guys see Chris Lieben is about to be a judge in Las Vegas
today.
now. Get an ex-fighter, so that's good. Wow. Didn't we? John McCarthy, his son, Big John, I think he messed up one of the big fights. Even Big John was like, he scored it wrong. Do you guys remember that? I forget what fight it was, but
I forgot it was which one too.
Part of me worries that Lieben's going to totally not be a good judge because he'll be judging things that he would do. And
no grappling. He's like, grappling does not count.
Just 8 punches after punches, but landed a couple good ones. He's he totally won
all day. He goes, you see, I'm giving him points based off his chin.
Right.
Wait a minute.
Points on his chin.
Yeah. Can't do it, Chris. I hope he does. I hope he has a good day. Can't be no worse than Dio Mato and Chris Bell last week. The other dude, Ichiro, he had it right. That dude's smart, but we're gonna keep it moving. Cucumber RX, what is up, my boy Don? He said, can't wait for today's card. Have a really good feeling about it. Bryce Doug nasty all day. That's gonna be a good fight. Right. It's going to be an excellent fight. We appreciate you coming out, bro. Shafiq in here as always. He said, let's go, my G's. What is up, Shafiq? Appreciate you coming out, hanging out every Saturday, Thursdays, everything. We really do appreciate you. Dixon Sider, what is up? He said, we need some Bellator plays, bro. I always
I don't know any Bellator.
I gave you all of them. Were you not on my channel, dude?
Ask Tyler.
Yeah,
I broke down every fight. Where are you at?
That's crazy. That's a lot of fights. That is
sucks, dude. There's too many.
Yeah. What is it? Because it's like their last cards. I think
crazy.
think we're gonna get tickets. You want to get tickets to that Bellator or what, Yanni?
Are we doing it?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's go.
I'll do it.
I'll go there.
Which one? 301? The one in Chicago?
The one that's in Chicago.
Yeah.
Get some tickets, man. Head there.
Okay.
No props.
That's a sick card.
Patchy Mix. I want to see him fight.
Yeah.
Eric the Red, what is up? Eric the Red 23 said today is Vegas 79. I was born this day in 1979. Happy birthday, Eric.
Yeah, happy
That's
birthday,
awesome.
man.
So you are 44? Because I was born in 82 and I'm 41.
Hopefully all your bets cash, man.
Yeah, man. Happy birthday and good luck, man. Appreciate you coming out because you always come out and support. I really appreciate that. He said I've hit 2 plays in Bellator so far, so the luck's coming. The luck is there. Anthony, hope you boys cash tonight, man. Hope you do too. We appreciate that. Good luck, good energy, Anthony. And you always coming out hanging out with us. Come on with the get down with the get down. Yeah, we're about to. Dirty Reg. Appreciate you coming out though. I know you've been agreeing with Johnny a lot lately, but we still appreciate you out here.
On the same page now. We were struggling. We were back and forth a lot early on.
You guys was
but
beefing.
now I think we found the mesh there. Yeah.
You're meshing. Bunny Hunter 09. What is up? Bunny Hunter always coming out. He said Brundage, Fiallo, Mitchell, and Fiziev. Them sound like all 4 greasy picks.
Brundage is interesting.
Yeah. Yep. And Fiallo. Okay. And Bunny Hunter knows his stuff, man.
I don't mind the other 3, but
yeah, he's in my Discord as well. He gives good picks.
Yeah, Bunny Hunter's the man, man. He's been coming here. We appreciate you coming out. He's been coming here for the whole time our show's been on. So he's an OG. Vitek, what is up? He said, "What's up, guys? Good luck today, everyone." That reminds me, I gotta put in my my Tapology.
I gotta get on Tapology, man. I'm still not on Tapology.
Get on there. Get to join the group.
Yeah.
926 BC Dave's group, man. It's got all the killers in it. All the killers. There's like 100 and some people now, and it's literally got killers. Vitek kills it. Let's see, Bunny 10 minutes late as usual. That's just how we roll, man. Zeno Gray, what is up? He said, "What's up, y'all? What's up, Zeno? Appreciate you coming out and hanging out with us. Sneerius in the building." He said, "What's up, dudes?" 17-week run. That was crazy. Sicky does MMA. John Jones's dude. What is up, Sicky? He said, "What's up, man? Appreciate you coming out. Everybody check out Sicky stuff. He puts out cool stuff on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and I think he's TikToking too. So everybody check out his stuff. 44 ladies, that's me. Yeah, it's a good age. It's an even number. Good, strong, even number there. I'll be there soon. Thanks for the birthday. Birthday wishes. No problem, man. Thanks for hanging out with us on your birthday. I hope you hit all your bets too, man. Let's see. Hey guys, I'm not doing well, and Johnny knows why. Soccer or what's up? You all right, Saba?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm bad. We're bad. We're bad. We're bad this morning. Last Saturday we were amazing. Not this morning.
Team sports, bro. Fuck them team sports, man. Fuck.
Everything went literally the wrong way, but it is what it is.
You'll have that. Vincent Wang, what is up? What's up, guys, man? We appreciate you coming out and hanging out, Vincent. Let's get into UFC. What is it? Vegas 79. First fight that I have. You know, they're going to be a little out of order because I do my stuff a little in advance. But that's just how it be sometimes, man. Men's middleweight division. Jacob Malcoon versus Cody Brundage. And
right
Tyler, right to it. Tyler, I'm going to let you start this one off, man. I know you got a great breakdown.
Okay, so good news. This is my second live stream this week because I didn't put out a full card breakdown for this because I've been traveling for work. I just got back, so this is great. So I'm going to put a little more flavor into it. Brundage, everybody's down on him from his last fight. Rightfully so. Makes sense. He didn't really perform to his best of his abilities, didn't look the best. Malcoon, people are pretty high on him because he's been doing very well. He's been getting takedown after takedown after takedown. Not as much with the top control, but he's doing a darn good job of getting the takedowns over and over, and his cardio is holding up. I don't think Malcoon does enough damage to really get a finish. I don't think that's what he's going to do here. I don't think, especially with Brundage being remotely tough, I don't think he's going to be able to get the finish. But Malcoon's probably going to get a decision. Why? Because Brundage in his last fight just didn't look like he even wanted to be a fighter anymore. And I don't say that to insult the guy. He just didn't look like he wanted to be there. And if he doesn't want to be there, that means he's probably fighting out his contract, getting his pay, and calling it quits. Because, man, that guy just didn't look good. He looked like even his coaches were having trouble getting him going. So I can't pick Brundage. There's no way. I understand he's got knockout upside in the first. He's not going to submit Malcoon in the first, I don't think. I think Malcoon's smart enough to keep his head out of a guillotine. But, yeah, Malcoon's probably going to win a just real like takedown heavy decision where Brundage keeps trying to get back up and just keeps ending up getting taken down after taken down after taken down, and that's what we got. So I'm taking Malcoon by decision. In fact, I bet it at plus 135.
Like it.
That's nice. Prop, how do you see this one going down, brother?
Yeah, so I'm actually on the fight doesn't go to decision. I'm on it at minus 115 for 1.5 units. It's actually my biggest bet of the card. The fact that you're getting a Cody Brundage fight doesn't go to decision at this price tag, like knowing he's a killer beef killed fighter, knowing that he's given up in his past couple of fights. Like I know he gave up against Vieira. Like Ola Chasek, who literally doesn't have a ground game, was literally able to sweep him, and Cody Brundage just sat in a closed guard. Meanwhile, his corner was literally telling him to get up, and he just kept eating a bunch of shots. And like literally after the first 3 punches, he was done on the ground. And like a guy like Malcoon, I know he's going to decision, but when you're watching his fights closely, like he had Al Hassan in a very, very deep guillotine. I don't know how Al Hassan survived it. I think he honestly survived it because the guy really doesn't have a neck. Then you watch the Brendan Allen fight. Like he had Brendan Allen in some really good positions. I feel like he was trying to stay more safe against Brendan Allen because he does have a high threat of a black belt and he does have 15 minutes of cardio, unlike Brundage. And when you just watch Cody Brundage in his last fight, like the guy landed 3 significant strikes, man. Like say what you want, he took that fight on 1 week's notice, but holy shit, dude, Damas is such an amateur in the grappling, and he got out wrestled by Josh Friendman, who I honestly doesn't think has the best wrestling, especially coming from like Factory X as well, who's really not known for their wrestling. And he just made Cody Brundage look lost down there, man. So this is Brundage's last fight on his contract, I would have to assume as well. He literally wanted to retire, and now the UFC is basically giving him Jacob Malcoon, who literally attempts 20 takedowns a fight. Like, if you're giving me Jacob Malcoon who's attempting 20 takedowns a fight against a guy with Cody Brundage who has 5 minutes of cardio, who probably has all his finishing upright, and I think has his whole winning upright in the first round, and who I think he's probably going to gas in the first 5 minutes, and then I have 10 minutes for Malcoon to finish him. Yeah, give me the fight doesn't go to decision. I have it at minus 115. I still like it at minus 130 a lot, and I'm picking Jacob Malcoon to win by second round submission.
I think a lot of that's going to depend on who the referee is, on whether we get a stoppage or whether we get like a
like Keith Peterson bullshit. Oh man,
makes him tap out. Yeah,
or Tyone was just going to call it when we get a no contest. That would suck. No, that won't happen. It's going to be fine.
Yeah. Yannick K, what do you have in this one?
Yeah, I'm not gonna repeat what everyone else said, but basically, I want to say this. I think Cody Brundage does have that quit in him. I can't back him with any trust whatsoever. I think after the first round, he starts to gas a little bit, and he will because he is taking this fight on short notice yet again. Maybe not super short notice, but maybe he has like a round and a half in him, and then he's gonna start to gas tank is gonna just go out the window, if you want to say. But Malcoon, 15 minutes of wrestling he can do. I think that's what's going to happen. I think he gets it done by decision. Wouldn't be shocked, though, if it's a late third round, like maybe not club and sub, but like a submission on the ground, or maybe just ground and pound knockout, because Cody has that quit in him. So I'm talking about you, Cody. You're up.
Yeah, so I'm like everybody else. I like Malcoon here. His price, though, to me is way too high, because there is a possibility that Cody Brundage could catch him early in the first round. He dropped Rodolfo Vieira. He knocked out Tresean Gore. Like, he's got a little awkward power, and we've seen Malcoon get dropped and knocked out by Hawes. But I'm still going to go with the fact that Malcoon's probably going to come in here, survive the boxing, survive them shots, get the takedowns. Hopefully he don't get guillotined, but he's got excellent submission defense. You've seen with Brandon Allen. You know what I mean? The thing that I'm going to agree with Tyler on the fight goes to decision, just because Cody Brundage does kind of quit, but he doesn't like quit. He quits against big ass strikers maybe, but like, like if you go back and look at him fight Nick Maximov, kind of the same kind of style. You know what I mean? Maximov shoots 100,000 takedowns and then gets control, and he doesn't really sub anybody. And that's kind of what happened when Cody Brundage fought Maximov and Cedric Dumas. And then was there one more? But I also get where PropAholic's coming from, because I believe like every other fight other than them two of Brundage is under 1.5. I just don't see Malcoon as a finisher. Like he's more the dude that take you down, lay on you, get positions in dominance, but he doesn't really throw crazy ground and pound. He doesn't really submit people. So, and I think Brundage has that's his best area, is just surviving on the ground and grappling, unless it's Vieira, because Vieira is going to finish your ass. He doesn't play. But this could go a lot of different ways. I'm going to take Malcoon by decision, but like not confident. I could also see Brundage coming out, smoking Malcoon. I could see And another huge thing is this is short notice again for Brundage. This is like only a couple weeks. Malcoon had 2 other opponents that pulled out in this fight. So Cody Brundage is again. He might not even have been training crazy hard because he might not have known.
I don't think he has, man. Honestly,
if he's getting back in the UFC, you're on all these losses. You know what I mean? But
he didn't even look like he was really ready to go during the face-offs. Like he was just like, "Yep, I'm here. I don't want to do this, but here it is. Here I am. Okay, let's go. Bye." It's like, dude.
It's gonna be.
I don't know, man. And I know the money line. I know the money line looks disgusting for Malcoon, but I think that's gonna hit.
I think it's pretty fair, but I mean,
it is fair.
It is fair.
It is fair, honestly.
Oh yeah, here our boy Fight Talk Only is in the building. Everybody go follow Fight Talk Only on Twitter. He puts out great stuff every single week. He has cappers. He gives each capper like a fight to break down and make a pick on. It's awesome. It's a great thing for Twitter. I love it. I love checking it out every week. So Fight Talk Only, go check him out. Give him a follow. So I said, I'm putting my house on the line for Malcoon. Fuck it. Let's see. Let's go. We'll see what's up with that. RDO is hilarious. He said, Cody, how are you, man? I'm doing good. I'm good. I copied your bets for tonight. If we wins, I'm having sex with a professional. Let's go. Well, you better get that professional on the line, lined up.
Go.
Let's get it. That's how we do it. When you mess with Blood Money's bets, you get professionals. You're not out here getting these 34th Street girls, man. You get
these semi-pros. Nah.
Doctor on site, man. There's doctors on site when you mess with me. Dubaro, the odd forma Usman up in stake. Yeah. Usman and his opponent down. Yeah. He's got all the momentum. And Jake Collier, man, he's down in weight. He's down in, winning. He's never had a good win. His best win is
trading with his friends as well.
Yeah. And Trace Sherman fell down, and then I don't want to call him Fat Collier because he lost a little weight, but Collier fell on him, and then it was just game over from there. But so it's a 28-28 due to Mike Bell. That dude. Hearing that refs decide stoppages makes yes, man. Yep. Patrick too. Appreciate you coming out and commenting with us, Patrick Wilkins, man. But ref stoppages. Yeah. Yep. It's like let these dudes do what they do. Even with like Aljamain Sterling with O'Malley, he might even have still got knocked out, but he was still fucking moving and like squirming. It's a champion. I don't know. That's just how I feel.
I mean, he face planted, dude.
Yeah, he was done, Cody.
It was a late stoppage more than it was an early stoppage because he could have stopped it the second his face just bounced off the canvas.
When?
But then he let it go.
He gave him time to recover.
You mean the first punch?
Time to recover.
Yeah, but then he went on his back though and was getting punched for like 30 seconds, and then he got onto his knees and he got punched a couple more face. But I'm saying with champions, bro, let them dudes take a real beating because they've been really putting their whole life.
I agree with that. Yeah,
we need Mario Yamasaki back and just let.
And unless
let people die in there, man.
Listen. No, Sterling was still fucking moving.
We'd have a lot more fun in this sport.
If you guys watch a fight and you see a dude like we've seen a million times, when you bet on somebody and they start getting beat up and they ain't knocked out, but they turtle up or they put their head away and the ref goes, all right, this dude's fucking done. Like that's what I'm talking about. On regular low fights, let the dudes get beat up and let them like stop it. But on a championship fight, that's a championship heart and stuff. I mean, I don't know. That's just how I feel. Even with Izzy. When he got beat up, he was getting fucked up by Pierre that one time, but let him go out.
Yeah, I kind of agree. I also had a bet on O'Malley to win by decision, so I kind of wish he would have let it go.
And I'm not even saying that wasn't going to keep happening and like Sterling was going to come back and get this win, but I'm just saying he was still moving. The dude wasn't like fucking faced, and he definitely wasn't turtled.
He face planted originally.
Yeah, but he moved.
Face planted bad though.
Yeah.
What up? Yeah, Cody.
I woke him up though. So
that woke him up for sure.
I'm saying, man, I've seen people come back from way worse than all that.
True.
Cody is toast. What's up? Yeah, Brundage ain't got it. Fireside, what is up? And Derek Izzy too. Appreciate you coming out. AJ coming out. Malcoon.
You got to bring that Kizrayev. That guy. Who was that Russian referee in the Saint Denis? And bring back that guy, man.
He let him die.
I was screaming for him to stop that fight because I had the under 2.5.
That guy to be the referee in championship fights.
Yeah. I really would.
That'd be great.
I really could have been stopped 13 times.
You like Keith Peterson coming in and moving the dude's arm to tap him?
I don't like Keith Peterson when I have unders.
These dudes fucking ends in a no contest. Dude, that pissed me off too on all of them. All right. Fireside, what's good, man? What's good? We appreciate you coming out and hanging out tonight. Papa Chuck in the building says Vidal inside the distance play of the day. I like it. Yeah.
It could happen for sure.
What's the line on that?
Let me check. I'll check.
Yeah, you heard Collier say to Usman, just because your brother can fight doesn't mean that you can. Yeah, I mean, Collier doesn't even have a brother that can fight, though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Exactly.
And he can't really either. Chris Barnett.
There's always one brother. There's always one brother that's better than the other one. Come on.
They say, Sirius says, you let that fight go. I'm just saying, let these
plus
boys
225 Vidal inside the distance, Cody.
Sugar Show. AJ took a trip to damn Mexico off that Sugar Show win, dude. That was nice.
I tried to tell everybody Sugar was getting it done.
Yeah.
What did I do?
That night was great.
Yeah. I agree with Blood Money on this. Dominic Cruz is one. Lost them because, dude, these are championship motherfucking dudes that have the most heart, the most durability, the most everything. That's why they're a champion in the game. And like, them dudes still want to fight. You, like I said, you know when a dude's getting beat if he ain't out cold and they just shell up or they turn their head and the ref's like, all right, this dude wants out. But I ain't seeing that. These fights. Ref was supposed to let it go. Let's see. Can we agree that Bryce looked like death at weigh-ins? I think he looked better than his fight with Topuria, though. Like, he looked chubby in that fight with Topuria. If you go back and look at, but he's never like in crazy shape. But yeah. Max, what is up? How's it going? Scary card, but I'm sure we can find profit. We're definitely gonna find profit, Max. That's just how we do it. Us 4 sharp people.
Yep.
Over on the last 2 fights. I think so. You guys like that? It seems like it.
I would lean that way.
Fight number 2 is in the Jesus, man. I get right into the good ones, huh? Sheesh. Fight number 2 is in the men's welterweight division. Tim Means versus Andre Fiallo. Prop, you can start this one.
Yeah, so I parlayed the fight doesn't go to decision here with the Bryce Mitchell money line. I got plus 114 on DraftKings. I like Fiallo to win this fight inside the distance. I just feel like the way Tim Means fight, especially with his durability, like if you're betting Tim Means, you're kind of relying on his durability to survive the big counter shots from Fiallo because he does really have good counter shots. I know his last 3 losses are coming inside the distance. He's gassed. His output has kind of went down from round 2 and 3, but against a guy like Means who's just going to walk forward, he kind of relies on his chin at the stage, kind of relies on his pressure to close the distance. I just feel like it's a perfect recipe for violence, especially knowing that Fiallo he does tend to fade. So I feel like if you do like Tim Means, why not play him round 2 at plus 1,000 and play him round 3 at plus 1,400? Because the output of Fiallo is going to slow down. And Tim Means, like we've seen him eat a couple of shots. Like go watch the Mike Perry fight. Like he ate a lot of heavy shots in that fight and was continuing to walk down Mike Perry at the end of that fight. I know he struggled with the wrestling and the submission defense in the first round, but still, he was walking down Mike Perry. So, yeah, give me the fight doesn't go, but on a value perspective on this fight, I like Tim Means round 2 plus 1,000 and round 3 plus 1,400, man. Just really feel like those lines are off, especially knowing how Fiallo fights.
Yeah, man. I don't mind that at all. Tyler, who do you like?
So like you said, obviously Fiallo slows down, but he's very deadly in the first, right? So for the pick, I'm going to take Fiallo, but that's because I think he gets it done early, but he might not. I didn't bet Fiallo because that'd be silly. What I did, I don't know what happened here. BetOnline originally had it as 1.5, right? For a brief, few hours, they switched it to 2.5, and right away it was like minus 170 or something. And I was like, what in the world is that? Under 2.5 was minus 170. So I jumped all over that. That was beautiful. So now it's back to minus 1.5, or I mean under 1.5 last I saw, but it jumped to that for just the tiniest amount of time. So under 2.5 is the play, but the pick's Fiallo. I'm also a fan of Fiallo. I just like the way he fights. I like Tim Means too, but I just like a dude that's gonna go out there and just throw hands in the first round and not give a shit what happens to him. It's fun to watch. So same reason my guy Juicy J is my favorite fighter. So there we go.
Right. Yeah. We all have our different favorite fighters for certain reasons, man. And there's some good. They don't all have to be the pound for pound guys. But Johnny K, how do you see this going down?
Yeah, I'm also gonna be on the side of Fiallo here. I think he gets it done early by first round knockout. Tim Means, he's a veteran. He's savvy. He's got his little, tricks and stuff. But he's 39 years old now, and he's been getting rocked a lot. And a lot of his submission losses have been club and sub. So he's getting rocked. Like, he only has 2 knockouts in his career. But just remember, lately, especially, he's been getting club and subbed a lot. And a lot of those subs are really him just getting rocked. And I think that's going to happen. Not the same club and sub, but I think he's going to get rocked by Fiallo eventually. Fiallo's going to be pushing forward. Means is going to probably accept the brawl at one point. I don't think he's just going to be skirting around the edge. That's just not his style. So to me, I think Fiallo has the power. He can take Tim Means shots in the first anyways, and I think he gets it done. I also did the under 2.5 as well in a parlay. I think that's one of the better plays of the lines of the card here at -175. I think that's great.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna go with Tim Means here. He's bigger than Andre Fiallo. I just don't think Fiallo is all that great. Like
He's not.
Like his wins, kind of suspect. Besides knocking out Miguel Baeza, but like even Cameron Van Camp had him rocked in the first round, had him hurt, and he put him out. We seen Cameron Van Camp is terrible. But Tim Means, like he's a veteran. He's tough as hell. Like you said, he has been getting dropped. He got dropped in every single round against Max Griffin. Got dropped and hurt versus Kevin Holland. And there's some other ones. Even against Alex Morono, he got cracked and then shot a bad shot and got guillotined. But he's not getting just knocked out cold, man. And I think that's the way that Fiallo's got to win, is put him out cold, because he's not going to club and sub him. You know what I mean? The dudes that are clubbing, actually every dude that clubbed and subbed him are black belts. Even down to Daniel Rodriguez did it to him a couple of years ago, clubbed and subbed him. But I don't think Fiallo has that game in his arsenal. Fiallo's good in the first round, but even in his last two fights, like he was a lot better when he would come out and just, throwing blows, dude, and knocking people out or getting hurt. In his last two fights, he's came out like real slow, low paced, and then still getting knocked out in the second. Like against Buckley, he barely threw anything, ended up getting knocked out. Against Muslim Salikov, he barely threw anything. It's like he slowed his pace, like he's trying to pace himself, but it's really not happening, really not working for him. So, I'm gonna take Means, because I don't think Means gets knocked out cold here. I think that maybe he gets dropped once or twice. He could, and then he stays in it, and then he's able to. He looked a lot bigger than Fiallo at faceoffs and stuff too. But another thing though about Tim Means is he doesn't look like he freaking works out anymore. Like he had a little poochy belly hanging there and stuff, but I don't think he looked.
39 years old.
I don't think he looked like he worked out too much against Moreno, but he looked good against
coaching a lot of wrestling now. That's what he's been up to.
Yeah, but he looked good against Alex Morono. Like I thought he won the first round, dude. He hit him with some big ass shots. He hit him with a big ass uppercut that was like right on the bell with that left uppercut, dude, that had Morono stunned as hell. And I think Morono's way better than Fiallo. But it's still a risky fight. Fiallo's going to be so much faster, dude, and Fiallo's going to have some explosive power, but I just don't know if he's going to use it. Another thing I liked about Fiallo, especially in the first round, to round and a half, is he's got pretty good takedown defense. And even when he gets taken down, he can pop up pretty quick. But I'm going with durability here, and I'm going to go with Tim Means as the underdog, man. I think that he can take the shots Fiallo has to offer, and he's a little bigger, and he can just wear on him with that pace. Because even against Max Griffin, he landed some good takedowns there and put a pace on him. But Max Griffin would win every round with the knockdown. But I really like the over 1.5, to be honest, because Fiallo coming out slower these days, and with Tim Means being pretty durable and Tim Means really not being a knockout dude, like one punch knockout guy himself, I thought that this could go over 1.5, but I ended up not getting that. Yeah, I ended up, and it was like -130. But then, you add up stuff, the small cage with these two dudes, and they may come out. Like if Fiallo was smart, if he was a smart fighter, he would come out and just go right at Means and just try to get him the fuck out of there before this fight really starts going, because we know Means is a tough dude that's a veteran that's going to stay around, great cardio, good toughness. But if Fiallo comes out and blitzes him, that might be his best chance to get him out. But give me Tim Means.
Because Means isn't a one-shot power guy.
Yeah, so you could come out and just start banging with him and then hopefully get him out of there. And that's what you'd want to do with a 39-year-old dude that's a little slower and all that. But if Fiallo comes back and hangs back and just, fights at range with him, it's going to be anybody's fight for a while. And then we see, I don't know if it's cardio or what, but Fiallo falls apart in the second round. Even if he didn't do nothing in the first round, he fucking falls apart. It's like Terrence McKinney and these dudes. It's just Tyson Pedro. Killers in the first round, but once they get to the second, even if they're not tired, it's like
he looks in shape too. So that's what kind of just shocks me, It's like,
what was you gonna say, Johnny?
I was gonna say, like, on this card, if you really look at it from top to bottom, I think this is like one of the fights that actually just doesn't go the distance. Like a lot of these cards I see actually going to decision, but this is the one I was like pointed out, like doesn't go, and I think you're getting a very good line on it. Even fight doesn't go is -225. Like that's for this fight. It's insane.
I have it parlayed,
That's a good bet, prop. I like that you said with Bryce Mitchell.
Even the under 2.5. I mean, you could single bet that and just throw 3 units on that.
-175 on DraftKings, still a very good line.
Yeah. Let's see. That's yeah, Patty Pimblett versus Ferguson. That's just crazy.
That's insane.
Let's go, Tony.
Why?
Come on,
Good
Tony.
fight.
I'm rooting for Tony. I'm rooting
So
for
much,
Tony,
bro.
but I don't. I wonder what the line will be on
Tony.
that boy.
Patty's minus 300 right now.
Patty gonna win.
Rightfully so.
I don't even care. He's gonna win.
Yeah,
He is
I
sadly.
mean, they're
but-
I seen
definitely.
it. I seen enough.
UFC is definitely not trying to build up Tony Ferguson at this point. Put him on another
No.
run.
They aren't.
Good morning, Don. Though he says super lucky to be with the gang. Heck yeah, dude. This is always one of my favorite times of the week because, like I said, man, started doing all this because I didn't have nobody to talk MMA with. Now we got a ton of people, dude. Got a
Same
great
with me.
community. Yeah, we got stuff to do every Saturday. Community. Saba likes Fiallo by KO. Okay. Patrick says Tim Means is giving off Cub Swanson vibes. We saw how that turned out. Thanks, refs and judges. Yeah.
That was so fucking bad.
Means too much of a vet to me to be getting slaughtered here. That's how I feel, Reggie. And then I do that though. That's why I've stayed away from it because then I do that and they fucking get slaughtered. Like I'm back in Frankie Edgar versus Gutierrez. There's just
there are times where people fall in love with the vets, and you're like, man,
because I still
fell in
think
love
they
with them
got it.
too much.
And I see the holes in these younger dudes'
Some of them
games, and
do.
I'm like, this vet can expose that, and then they get cracked one time. You're like, fuck.
Jim Miller is the only one you can be like, okay, this
Oh,
guy
hell
still
yeah.
I
has
love
it.
Jim Miller.
For a younger guy when he's fighting younger guys.
I want to meet Jim Miller, dude. That dude is awesome. If you follow his Instagram, he's hilarious. He just lives out on a farm and does all kinds of stuff, and he's smart as hell. That dude, Jim
Miller versus Paul Felder. Make it happen, please.
That would be a good
There you
fight,
go.
man. That'd
Please
be a
make
good
it
fight on 300 too. So that's a good fight.
Yeah.
That's yeah. That's what because Miller said because he's fought on 100, 200, and this would be 300.
Yeah.
But that 296 though, sheesh,
Such a good card, man.
dude, that card's crazy. Robert said Andre doesn't look right physically. The minute he gets tagged, he starts to freeze and stops throwing. He definitely does.
Yep.
Getting stunned by pretty powerful guys, but
And appreciate you coming out too,
Good
Robert.
body a lot too.
Yeah. I mean, dude, Jake Matthews looked like motherfucking Muhammad Ali out there on him.
Yeah,
That's not
that
the
was
best look in
insane.
the world.
Never seen him.
And here's how that works. That fucking cost me, and I'm sure a lot of people, how much money in the next fight because you're like, oh, he's going to come out here and box Matt Summelsberger the fuck up. He just did that, and then he gets dropped every time he gets
And out
touched.
wrestled.
And
He's winning the round until he gets dropped. Winning the round, gets
fucking
dropped. It's like,
Yep. Yeah. Luke, what up, Luke? Man, he said, "What's up, y'all? Let's go, Brian Battle. It's Brian Battle fight day today. I'm
Yes,
on
sir.
the
Let's go.
battle train, baby. I did a deep dive, shows two KO losses for Means over his whole career, and one of them was due to injury. I just don't see Fiallo being the second guy to get him. That's true, but the only thing is like every one of his submission losses are due to him getting dropped before it. They're all club and subs. Everyone,
at least
so
the
it's
last like three.
yeah, so them dudes instead of just dropping down, hitting him with, but he does survive, and that's what Fiallo. That's a good, but like Fiallo doesn't have that club and sub option, so if Means just keeps surviving.
He does too.
Does he sub?
It's not like he doesn't know how to put in a rear naked choke or whatever.
Yeah, but no, but the dudes that are clubbing and subbing Tim Means are all black belts in jiu-jitsu.
That's
All
fair.
hot, like Danny Rodriguez, Kevin Holland, Alex Morono.
They're like
If you
all
look-
front choke type chokes too. It's crazy.
so-
Yeah, but if you drop him hard, he'll let you put it in. It
right.
sounds awkward, but
Jeez, man, it's a kid show here, Tyler. Come on, man. I got this.
I know what
on
I'll
the
be doing here in
monetization, I got
a
it.
couple
Hey,
seconds. I'm gonna be clipping this one.
I know a thing or two about him. He'll let you put it in.
know a thing or two about a thing or two. All right. Pick'em MMA. What is up? Pick'em MMA said good luck to y'all today on your bets, man. Good luck to you too, Pick'em MMA. And everybody check out Pick'em MMA's YouTube channel. We have to get him on here sometime. He said, I only have a bet on fight doesn't go to decision. Mine. That's a great bet.
Same here,
Pops
yep.
got that. That's a good bet, man. Excellent bet, Pick'em. Cheeky Elbow in the building. What is up, Cheeky Elbow? He said Fiallo looked improved in his last loss. He was slower and he did look decent against Buckley.
He was winning up until he got headbutted.
Yep.
That's what I think.
What? Well, I mean, he got head kicked, right?
He got there was a headbutt prior to the head kick, and then he waved off the ref and said, "Let me keep fighting." And 5 seconds later, he got knocked out via head kick. So I thought it was a poor choice by him. Honestly, I forgot to mention.
Very.
Yeah.
Should the ref let it go? The ref
Yeah,
should
the ref
should've took
let it
more
go,
time.
Yeah. Well, the ref didn't wave it off. He's like, "No, let
Do
me
it.
keep fighting."
A shout out to Luis Sol putting up a early stoppage when people was just dead.
Guys, I still think headbutts should be allowed. Everybody says I'm wrong, but I think you should just allow them. They screw up too many fights. Just let people headbutt.
Fuck it.
It's fine.
People be getting gooned all the time. They just be Fucking
Protect yourself at all times. Like,
yeah, there'd just be big,
Insane.
strong, dumb motherfuckers in there, just holding the good fighters on his station, dude.
Yeah, exactly. Learn to fucking protect yourself.
Yeah, I do. Trust me, I love the Godfather of it, Mark Coleman, baby. That's how he used to get it done. That would suck, dude. He's on all the juices too, and to just hold you down and headbutt your face off, dude. Oh. What about back in the day too? They used to let him elbow people in the back of the head. Remember Renzo Gracie? I forget who he gave it to. The elbow dude right now, like out cold. Like first one is every time back then. They stopped doing rear nakeds and just started hitting them with the elbows.
Might as well.
Lax, I don't know, Curtis. We appreciate you coming out, Hyman. I like Brian Battle. That's my favorite play of the card. Who's your guys' favorite play so
far? Brian Battle.
I do like Battle.
I mean, my favorite play would be Malcoon, but there's no value on it. You know?
True. Malcoon and Battle are, I think that's my most confident parlay of the week.
Johan,
like if you're playing just money lines, Malcoon's just like you got to play a lot to win anything.
Yeah, I think him by decision is the play. To be honest,
that's what I'm on.
Yeah, I'm on the fight doesn't go. That's my most confident bet on the card.
Okay.
We are definitely opposite sides on that one. That's all right. One of us.
Hey, how about you guys? Let's split the middle. Malcoon round 3 or decision is -125. I still think that's a good bet.
That's I mean, if you like Malcoon, that's probably the way to bet him, Johnny. That's a great line.
If you're into that kind of thing.
You're into that.
I mean, I'll just put it right in.
What is up? He said, I don't think Tim KO him. Yeah, I don't know, man. That left uppercut he hit Morano with, but I don't think he does either. Maybe late just from attrition, but if you're gonna KO, if he's gonna KO anybody, it's gonna be Fiallo. He's got one of the worst chins, dude. Like he's been KO'd 4 times.
Finished in 5 to 7 losses, 5 by KO.
Yeah. Vanoop 04 Vanoop, what is up? He said, what up, though, fellas? Great to see you guys. Great to see you, man. We really appreciate you coming out, spending this Saturday with us. Pick'em Means does leave his neck out and get choked. He's got a long neck too. Fiallo decision plus 500. Daz Files in the house. What is up, Daz Files? Everybody go follow Daz on Instagram and on Twitter. Daz puts out good bets, puts out good information. He's a great dude. Always part of the community. I can't figure out how. I just got a brand new phone yesterday. And I can't figure out how to shut off all the noises. BC Dave in the house. So what's up, my homies? Everybody check out on Tapology. If you remember on Tapology, or go sign up. Tapology group 926. BC Dave, go ask him. He'll let you in it. And do this Murderers Row. Actually, I'm about to put in my lineup right after this. I'm going to put in my lineup.
How do you join groups?
I don't know. I can't remember how I got on there, to be honest.
I got to get a Tapology.
I think you just type it in. I think you just type it in.
There's like a search for a group, I think, and you type in a number and you'll be good.
Yeah, 926. This Murderers Row. It's awesome. It's awesome. But Dave's a good dude too. Appreciate you coming out and having that group. Smash the fucking like. How many do we got? We got 64 in here. I need at least 50 likes, right?
Yes, sir.
Tuning in and day drinking on the lake. He said he went to the Catalina mixer.
Catalina wine mixer, Patty.
Catalina fucking wine mixer. Come on.
So we appreciate you, Patty, coming in, tuning in, helping the algorithm. And he will be back with us, not next week because there ain't no fights, but the week after is going to be a good one. And we'd see. And everybody check out Addicted to Combat too. His channel's fire, puts out great stuff on Instagram. He does these videos. He's all buff, dude, flexing. Just looking good, So get on the Instagram, get on the Twitter, get on the YouTube. He has great stuff and he puts his time in, so he deserves everything. Johan said, not the headbutt. These little skinny dudes be getting killed in there after that. Ryan Jordan, the tall dude, take away all the tall dude's ability. What's up, y'all? Going to be a great day. This Bellator card is lit so far. Has it been good fights, guys?
Great fights. Dude, I just about lost my mind seeing Babane just choke out Charlie Ward in the first round. It was a wild scramble. It was crazy.
Charlie Ward's a wild man too. He put him out in the first round. He got put out,
Charlie Ward got put out in the first round, and he's a durable dude, but couldn't do it.
Good striker. Grappling's a little different.
Yeah, he's good on top, but on the bottom, he's terrible.
The Players Club, Silky B in the house. What up, Silky B? We appreciate you coming out. Yeah, we're about to get there. All right, let's get to this next fight. Men's bantamweight division 135. I don't know how I didn't have the Tapology didn't have all the terrible girls fights up first. I should have skipped to them, but whatever. Men's bantamweight.
We'll go through those quick.
Yeah, 135. Miles Johns versus Dan Argueta. JohnnyKpicks. I'm gonna let you start this one, brother.
Yeah, this is gonna be a fun fight. I'm gonna go with Argueta to get it done though, but I do think it'll be fairly close. I just think as the fight goes on, Argueta's gonna be able to get his wrestling going, get some more grappling. I'm not saying Johns death gases or anything, but he does slow down as the fight goes on a little bit. I think he's going to be the better striker, but Argueta's going to probably come in here, shoot for takedowns, heavy wrestling game plan, if you want to say, and just, get it done that way and just out cardio, out pressure. Johns does not like to be pushed back and all that stuff, but he has good takedown defense. So this is going to be a very good fight, but just with the cardio advantage, I think Argueta may have in the later rounds. I'm going to go with him to get it done. I'll say by decision, but going to be a close one.
All right, let's see. Prop, who do you got in this one, bro?
Yeah, so I have Miles John's money line here. This is actually the first fight I taped. I actually taped this fight about a week and a half ago. I have a unit on him at plus 185 and have a quarter unit on his knockout at plus 450. I just feel like this is a huge step up for Argueta here, man. Like when you're watching his LFA regional scene tape, he's getting a guy down named Marin Santos, who's literally like a child. He's 21 years old going on to the LFA regional scene, and the guy hasn't faced any takedown adversity. And he was facing it against Argueta there, so it was easier for him to get him down. And then Diego Silva, who has like probably the worst takedown defense I've ever seen, honestly, on the regional scenes. Like Augusta Wynn can take this guy down. Argueta had struggle taking him down the first 2 rounds, and Diego Silva was piecing him up, man. Like if Argueta can't get the fight to the ground, it's pretty evident that his striking defense is really bad, and he really relies on his grappling heavy and his wrestling. And if you're trying to do that on Miles Johns, who has really good takedown defense and literally came into mixed martial arts with a background in wrestling. So he knows how to defend double legs very good, which all Argueta does. He doesn't really do body locks or single legs at all. Everything's double leg and tries to get you up against the fence. John's going to piece him up in range. I really like Miles Johns here, man. I love his speed. I like his boxing, especially working with Garrett Armfield, who Garrett Armfield is an absolute killer on the feet. I'm telling you guys right now, he's probably one of the more underrated prospects who I think's coming up at the UFC level. I think he's going to be a problem to be messed with. So I really like Miles Johns here. I like that he has the competition edge. The guy's 8-0 in decisions as well. The guy hasn't lost one decision. And the fact that people are comparing John Castaneda to pressure to Dan Argueta's is, I just think it's preposterous. Like, I know 92% takedown defense for Miles Johns, and the 2 times he got taken down was against John Castaneda, but they were all body shots leading up to it. And he literally just pushed him up against the defense and got him down because Johns was coming off a lot of knockout wins and knocking out people on the back foot. So, yeah, Argueta doesn't have good striking defense. This is a big step up. And rewatch that 3rd round against Damon Jackson. He's losing every minute up into the fight. And Damon Jackson, who has terrible cardio, especially in the 3rd round, and gasses in the 3rd round, was able to piece him up in range, dude. Like, was hitting him with some heavy shots. So, yeah, dude, give me Miles Johns. I love him at this price tag, especially at 155, man. And I think he's the best dog on the card. The only thing I don't like is his output, but honestly, I think he looks minus 200 in this fight, and I think he smokes Dan Argueta. And if you guys saw Dan Argueta yesterday, he was the worst person at weigh-ins and looked terrible at the face-offs as well. So give me Miles Johns here, man. I think he gets it done via knockout.
Let's go. Tyler, who do you got, bro?
So, yeah, I'm also on Johns. Not quite as confident. I think so Argueta's got his wrestling, right, and his output. That's what he needs to win fights. He's got good volume on the feet, but his striking's not the prettiest, but he's got good volume. And if it goes to decision, there's a decent chance Argueta wins just by doing more. So I don't like that. That's why I didn't pull the trigger on it. But I do think John's going to be able to stuff enough takedowns, land some good shots, and potentially get a counters for a knockout because Argueta just doesn't have the best striking defense. We saw it against Tercios. He just doesn't really defend a lot other than just like he's throwing volume and trying to get takedowns. So he gets hit a lot. And if Johns can slip a shot and come back with a big counter, drop him, do that a couple of times, he probably wins. But his output is atrocious. So I can't back him with my money with his output being that bad. So I didn't bet him, but I think Johns gets the win, and I'll probably regret not betting him as soon as like round 2 hits and I realize, oh, Johns is destroying this guy. But then again, he could also just not do anything. And like, we just see him kind of like defend takedowns and back away a lot. And because like, although his output's low, he's pretty good about not taking damage as well. But if you're just backing up and defending takedowns the whole fight, you're probably going to lose on the scorecard. So he needs to land a big shot and either drop Argueta or get the knockout. I think for him to be able to get the win in the eyes of the judges. So I'm slightly in Johns.
Okay. Yeah. I'm with you too, man. I like Miles Johns here. I bet him at plus 155. I think the wrestling is going to cancel out, to be honest. Not only that, but like the wrestling, like Miles Johns probably had better high school and college wrestling even than Argueta. Argueta's got decent. I mean, he's decent, but Argueta probably has better jiu-jitsu but it's not like Miles Johns has bad jiu-jitsu. The thing is, I just think that Miles Johns striking so much better. Like I think he's so much faster and more explosive, and he's got good movement that he's not just going to back up in a straight line against the cage and get taken down. And then even if Argueta does take him down, I don't think he just holds Miles Johns down. You know what I mean? Everybody says Johns has bad cardio, but I haven't really seen it that much. Like he's got a late second round knockout. He's got a third round knockout against Cole Miller, where he offensively grappled the whole fight. He slowed down there. That dude wasn't even that bad. And that dude was big too. That dude was huge. But and that was his first fight in the UFC. After that, like he had later round knockouts. And then when he got beat, it was by two savages. He got beat by Bautista and Castaneda. And they put it, it's like PropAholic said, the pace and pressure that Argueta puts on is a wrestling pace and pressure, and you can stop the wrestling, and then after that he's going to back up while you strike with him for a little while. The pressure that Bautista and Castaneda put on you is that constantly feint and striking, making you worry about getting hit in the face. And both of them dudes have excellent grappling themselves, so they would both fucking smoke Dan Argueta. But I mean, I'm old enough to remember Argueta getting beat up by Ricky Tercios on The Ultimate Fighter like a year and a half, 2 years ago, if that. And I'm not high on Tercios at all. Argueta, even against that Nick Aguirre, he grappled hard that first round, and he was tired in the second round. Like he didn't even get no more takedowns really in the second round. And that other dude was on like a week short notice and wasn't good. And then he gassed out in the third round, and Argueta landed the takedown, held him down the whole time. But I just have not been impressed with Argueta, especially his striking. Like really, he'll just try to throw punches to get into the clinch to take you down. But Miles Johns is going to be faster, more explosive, moving around, landing the harder shots, got great leg kicks. Like I don't think Argueta has striking. Like, I'm going to be honest. Like, I don't think his striking's like on the level of anybody, not only his defense, but doesn't look like he throws many kicks, and his boxing is kind of lame just to set up his stuff. So I'm going to take Miles Johns. I think he's the more well-rounded fighter. I think he's got the wrestling to stop the takedowns. And even if he gets taken down, I think he can pop back up. And I like him here, especially at plus 155, dude. Argueta, I don't think he's all that great. But we got real fight picks in the building. So just drop my lady off at Wifey Daycare. Best investment ever. That sounds amazing. I need to find one. But appreciate you coming out. Real fight picks, man. You're always appreciated here, bro. Pick'em said we saw Miles Johns gas out lay eggs as they fade many times before. Has horrible output. Yeah, but I mean, he only laid eggs against Bautista and Castaneda though, and I don't know if he was the favorite. I think he was against Bautista.
Yeah, he took the Morales fight on 2 weeks' notice also, and didn't even have his actual corner. His dad and his brother were in his corner as well. So people giving him shit for that fight, I feel like people are really just overlooking that fight.
AJ's on Miles Johns. I think he even said he had him bet and then put another unit on the Thursday night show when he seen I was on him. So we're gonna get this. I like him as the best underdog. There's some good ones. I mean, you can't argue with like even Gamrot and them because the dude's so good. Not to know if he's gonna win, but he's a great underdog. I'm saying.
Ziad baby.
JohnnyK joined the Miles Johns bandwagon.
No, I like being the odd man out. That's good.
Yeah,
works out more times than not actually.
Yeah. Is Argueta able to keep the pressure Johns does crack when he puts? Yeah, and I think he could get a third round knockout. I think he can get decision or a knockout in this one. Mariel's, what is up? Mariel's been hot lately, picking up big wins. Said, what's up, guys? Pros getting together. Yeah, we appreciate you coming out and hanging out, dropping in some, drop us some of your picks. Pick'em said, don't hate anyone taking Johns at plus money. Yeah, Saba's got Argueta by decision. Could definitely happen. Pick'em, longer the fight goes, more Johns will fade, especially when he's defending take. I don't think that Argueta's a Khabib guy, though, man. I don't think he's going to shoot 22 takedowns here. I think he's going to shoot a couple.
Well, he's going to do enough.
Well, I think he's going to shoot him, realize he ain't going to get him, and then get pieced up. That's what I'm thinking. Because, like, they're both good at wrestling. Like, when two dudes are college wrestlers, the odds of one taking the other one out there and just holding them down is fucking very slim. Like, very slim. Like,
listen, Cody, Miles Johns might win the first round. Okay, probably. But he was telling you, second, third round. Look for the live bet.
He was a captain of the wrestling team too, as a freshman, Miles Johns, before transitioning to MMA. So that shows you his caliber of wrestling. And
not only that, but like Argueta, dude, I don't think his cardio is like, he's not like Khabib cardio. I really don't think so.
Not at all.
A.R. Smith, dog, because he faded. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. A.R. Smith,
okay,
dog pass. Vladimir Zach, suck it, JohnnyK.
What up, Vlad?
Vladimir?
Hope you're training, bro. I'm training too.
You Better be
I
training.
got my beers right here. I'm training so hard.
12-ounce curls. You doing?
Get on the
12 ounce?
boots, Johnny. Come on. We're
Sometimes
waiting.
16, so watch out.
Kamzat Go, is Brian Battle a lock? I mean, I don't say lock, but I like him. I think he's like one of my more confident plays. Ethan, what's up, boys? Ethan, we appreciate you coming out. CNC Frosty, yeah, I got Argueta in my little parlay. You're breaking my heart.
Sorry, man.
He was against Castaneda too. Yeah, but Castaneda puts on that striking pressure. Like, and it's different. Plus, Castaneda's got great wrestling himself. So does Bautista. Like, I just don't think that Argueta, he doesn't have the strike. Like, if his wrestling doesn't work here, he's going to be screwed. And I'm banking on Miles Johns just to have good enough wrestling to keep it standing and then piece him. Like, he can tear up that lead leg, hit him with big ass shots. Like, there's a lot of stuff, and I just cannot see Argueta just taking him down, holding him down. Like, two college wrestlers, bro, going to go at it, one to take him down, the other one's going to work to get up. Usually that's how it goes. We'll see, though. We'll see. Cody got fire picks this week. I feel it gonna win big. Let's go, Robert. That's the energy I need. John Newquist in the building. He said the A team is here. Appreciate this donation. John's always donating every week. This show is brought to you by John Newquist, man. He is a great dude.
Hell yeah.
Puts
Johnny.
out all kinds of stuff. Check him out on Twitter, man. He puts out all kinds of picks, different stuff on Twitter. Definitely worth a follow. He said the A team is here. Anyone getting a round one finish? Who you guys got for a round finish?
I would say Fiallo has a chance.
For sure.
I'm looking. There's just not a lot of like.
There's a lot of
people have chances, but I just don't think it happens.
Right.
I think Miles Johns definitely has a chance to just like slip and counter.
Yeah.
And
the weird.
Battle,
you want to know a
has
weird
a
one?
chance.
Cody
Like,
Brundage.
Fiziev has a chance.
Brundage is like his whole win conditions the first round, basically.
Yeah.
And he's dangerous submissions and he's dangerous with the KO. So I'm not saying that he's going to do it, but I'm saying if he's going to get one, it could be him. Danny gave money line. Okay. Vlad minus 220. Johnny K picks plus 185. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. That's a pickup.
Okay. Line's moving. It's crazy. I remember last time he said we were like almost a pick 'em.
It should be a pick'em. It should be. I like Bill Algeo against Hernandez in 2 weeks.
Taping that fight next, Sab.
Moy's audio in the building. He said, "I love
Moyes.
you, Yanni. I love you, Yanni K. I love you." Weirdly, Vidal could start. That's a possibility. I just don't think she's really the girl that did that jumping knee to Pasquale. After watching her strike, I don't know if she is that girl. She could. She's done it before. Yeah. All right. Next fight, that's women's bantamweight division. Monster Rat Rendon versus Tamires Vidal. Tyler, you can break this one down.
All right. So I'm about to throw away all my credibility in the eyes of the viewers here. I'm on Rendon just because I understand she's not very good, but Vidal's terrible. Her best win is by DQ, where she's getting totally wrecked the whole fight and just got hit in the clam too many times, and the ref called it for a DQ. Like, dude, how is that? Like, how are you like
whole blood
7-1? But like, that's her best win. And they're like, oh, but she beat Ramona Pascal. Pascal's terrible too. Like, Rendon probably beats Pascal. Like, I don't know. That's
maybe.
I don't think Rendon's very good, but like, if you give me, like, it's kind of like with Cornell, like a couple of weeks ago, where I saw she was against Edwards, and I just blind bet her because I'm like, Edwards isn't going to win. Like, she's not that good. If somebody give me plus money against somebody that I don't think is that good, I'll just blind bet it. I did that with Rendon, like, as soon as the line dropped, before I even watched any tape whatsoever. Probably wouldn't bet it now because I don't know if I'm that confident in it. But, like, Vidal's not minus 220. She's not that good. She's big and powerful, but she's not good technically. She's not super skilled. And on the mat, she's all right, but like, she was getting wrecked by Perez. So yeah, give me Rendon just because it's kind of a value pick, I guess. Cause like, man, if you give me anybody at plus money against Vidal, I'll probably take it. So yeah, Rendon.
Okay. Prop, who do you got? That's a big pick too. That's a good underdog pick. Prop.
Yeah, so I actually have Vidal to win this fight, and I have her to win by submission. I bet the submission prop at plus 575, just 0.20 units to win 1.15 units. I just really like this prop just because, Rendon does have, like, I won't lie, like, her striking isn't too bad, but I mean, my goodness, her speed is just really bad. Like, her speed is just like a huge problem to me, and you know, when you watch her fights, it's like she really can be like taken up against the fence. You know, you've seen her in a couple of her fights where she's struggling up against the fence, then she kind of flips her opponents over, and then she'll get them to the ground. Like in her fight against it was Claudia Zamora. Zamora ended up getting her down when Rendon was actually up 2-0 and got her back, had her in like her back mounted and had a rear naked choke on her. But Rendon was able to flip position. She is a purple belt in BJJ, so it's not like she's lost on the ground. But, you know, Vidal does come from Brothers Jiu-Jitsu in Brazil. She does come from a Jiu-Jitsu gym, and all the people she's sparring with and training with are all black belts. And she's been competitively competing in Jiu-Jitsu tournaments since she's actually been off her last fight. And, you know, when you watch her tape, it's like, yeah, she's not good, but what she's doing is she's getting the fights up against the fence and she's going for the takedown. She likes to be physical in all her fights. And, you know, to stop the pressure from Rendon, because I do think she has a good chin, why not take the submission prop at plus 575, where she's probably going to want to get the fight to the ground to slow the pressure from Rendon, because she's got that Mexican toughness. She does have a good chin. I do like her chin, but I think her takedown defense can be exploited here. I think Vidal is going to be more physical than her here. And I just think she has a better jiu-jitsu. So, yeah, give me Vidal submission at plus 575. I feel like there's a lot of value on there. And I also bet the takedown prop on Bet Online over half a takedown. So she has to get one takedown. I bet it at minus 125 for 1 unit to win 0.86 units. I'm liking that as well. I feel like she gets her down in the first round. Then I honestly see Vidal submitting Rendon. So, yeah, give me Vidal submission at plus 575.
Okay. All right. Yannick Gay, what do you got, brother?
Yeah, I'm going to piggyback off of MMA prop here. I just think Vidal's more dangerous overall. I don't care how terrible both these people are, because they are, but more dangerous fighter is going to be Vidal for sure. Rendon is not dangerous whatsoever. She's going to split decision with these very low-level fighters on the regional scenes. So to me, I think Vidal should be able to get this one done, whether it's by submission, whether it's by KO or by decision. I think she's going to be able to win 2 rounds at least, or maybe get a sub, maybe get a knockout, maybe ground and pound. I don't know. So I just like the money line in a parlay. I think she is just the more dangerous fighter who should win. Rendon's 34 years old, guys, and she's making her UFC debut, and she hasn't looked good whatsoever. She may surprise, though. There's a chance, but I'm just going with just logic in my brain. Like, I think Vidal's younger, almost 9 or 10 years younger. She's more dangerous. There's a reason why she's a kind of a heavy favorite. That's what I think.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna go with Vidal, but I'm not confident in this. I think both these girls aren't that great. But I just think Vidal has more like kicks. She's got a more variety. I think she could even have the better ground game. She's got like nice knee bars, all that stuff. But she seems a little bit more athletic and fast. So we'll see. But this could go either way, because I just don't think both these girls are that good. Like if you watch tape on either one of them, they don't look good. And Vidal doesn't look like the girl that landed that flying knee. Like that really doesn't look like her. She usually slows down a little bit in the second round. And even when she got that knee bar in the second round, she was like, got beat up the first round, was getting beat up a little bit in the second round, and then ended up just pulling a knee bar out of nowhere. But the other girl was like a boxer. So, but yeah, man, give me Vidal just because she's a little more versatile, but no confidence here. No confidence.
Another thing that I will point out too, Rendon's first pro fight was 3 years ago when she was 31 years old.
Right. Yeah. And
I
she's
feel
34,
like this is a big... Like, Vidal's been fighting since she was probably in her teens. You know what I mean? Like, this is just, to me, like, maybe Rendon's like, hey, maybe I should try MMA at 30 years old. Why not?
Right.
She's been
That's why I
fighting
like
since
the
she was in her
sub
teens.
prop
She
also.
should be better by now.
Yeah.
She ain't good.
Yeah, she sucks.
John said Vidal looked bad at weigh-in. These underdog women can win. Definitely.
Yeah, John's right. She did look bad.
Yeah. Bunny 100% because of the chin. Vidal by decision is worth a sprinkle. Because, yeah, I mean, she like Rendon looks tough as hell. We got Dale from Punch List MMA. Everybody give Dale a follow. He's on Spotify with Punch List MMA. Go check out his breakdowns and all this stuff. He's got good stuff. He said, Prop clearly been hitting. His living room looks way different than the last time I saw it.
He's got a grand piano.
Dude,
that's not a mini one either. That's
Pre-show, he was playing that piano. He was over there like Elton John, dude, playing freaking Rocket Man. He was a Rocket Man for a minute. But appreciate you coming out, Dale, man, hanging out with us, bro, and putting out good stuff. Like I said, Punch List MMA hasn't been on YouTube as much, but he's on Twitter and then Spotify. He said he uploads his videos there in his audio. So check that out. Pick it's going to split decision and definitely yeah, 100%, Johnny. I should have never brought that comment up. Just get to his head.
I mean, I know.
Pat, wow, much
It's
Women-
all good. It's all good.
Women
Sometimes they
hit their
spit
prime
facts.
in their 30s. Yeah. Dude, Dale ain't lying. Dale ain't lying. But I don't know about the
In
fighting
MMA, though.
prime. I don't know about I don't know about the fighting prime.
They definitely are in their fighting prime in their 30s. That's for sure.
Yeah.
They peak much later in their career than guys do.
Okay. Good luck if you're going Rendon. Smash the like button. Max says smash the like button. Let's make some money. That's how you get it. Put out all the good energy, good vibes, good stuff, and then you get good stuff back. But if you're just like the negative, the bad person, you're probably not going to win much stuff. The stuff ain't going to come to you, man. Moy said, who's that naked lady in the background? PropAholic.
I'm
With
messing around.
Coming out with a frying pan full of oil. Just throw it on something from last night. He said, what's up, hillbillies? Raw Torque, word up, hillbillies. Yeah, they're on my neck of the woods.
From the Northeast, not a hillbilly, but
Props from PropAholic, or from New York. That's just like, I'd rather be a hillbilly.
the native of assholes, basically.
Yeah, the land of
We can call him a carpetbagger.
Jesus. Okay.
Wow. Going
Speaking
after
of-
Old
us.
school. That's old
Speaking of-
school.
Yeah, I don't
Carpet
know.
munching.
I don't know that one.
Women's strawweight, Mizuki.
Have you read a
Inoue
history
versus
book?
Hana Goldie. Prop said, no. Sir, no.
Jeez, you're making me look like a fool. Come on.
Johnny,
I mean,
let's
I
let
at least
you-
pay attention in history.
You pay attention, carpetbagger? I know carpet muncher.
Hey, there we go.
I didn't
You know
say
what I mean? Now you're
that.
talking my
And
language.
correct
Now
me,
you're talking
Johnny.
my-
Look at you. You were wrong. That's why I
Learned
was
that
like,
in third grade.
Oh my god.
Hey, women's strawweight, Mizuki Inoue versus Hana Goldie. Yanni K, the carpet.
Dale knows. Hold on. Got me at the wrong time there, Cody.
Okay.
Thank you. At least someone knows.
9th grade history inside.
I feel like an idiot now. Whew. All right, who am I doing now?
What are you doing? You're doing Mizuki Inoue, man, or Brundage
All right.
Roba. One of them.
There we go. One of them. I'm gonna go with Mizuki here. I know she's been gone for about 3 years and injuries and all that stuff, but I do think she's the better fighter. Goldie hasn't really impressed me too much. I mean, she's okay everywhere, I guess, but I mean, nothing fantastic. But I think Mizuki is a good striker, good volume. She's not really a knockout fighter, if you want to say, but she's got good ground game too. But it's just a red flag everywhere here, though, because I don't know what Mizuki's going to look like. It's been 3 years. So I'm going to pick her to win. I'm staying away from any bets. I do like the over, but I just didn't pull the trigger on it. If I would do something to be the over 2.5 in a parlay or something.
Okay. Prop, how you see this one going down, brother?
yeah, so I actually like Mizuki a lot here. I actually got a shit line on it, but I bet her -3.5 point spread at -160. I just feel like she honestly runs through Hana Goldie here, man. Like, I don't like how Hana Goldie fights on the eyes of the judges. Like, she always fights on her back foot. You know, she just likes to land a bunch of kicks. She comes from that kickboxing background. Yeah, she has one submission, but I mean, submitting Emily Whitmere via armbar and just like, you could just tell the armbar was coming from a mile away, especially when Emily had the arm out. And yes, Hannah does have an OnlyFans, and it's $10 a month. I am not subscribed to it. But yeah, I just don't like her in this spot. I know Mizuki's coming back after a 3-year layoff. She's actually coming back off knee surgery. She left the States from the Matt Serra gym, Aljamain Sterling gym, because she wanted to go back to Japan and train with her old friends and train with her old coaches. And when you watch her old tape from the Japan regionals, it's like, even in Invictus, like, she's getting these fights to the ground with that corner and she's dominating her opponents. And it's like, Hana Goldie doesn't have takedown defense. When you get her up against the fence, she's easy to get down. She doesn't really have the skill to defend it. And I just like Mizuki a lot here, man. I think she submits Hana Goldie. I like her sub prop, and I played her ITD actually really early. I forgot to track it and I forgot to give it out. I took it at opening. I have her ITD at +300. And I also have her point spread, which I do have tracked and gave out at -160. I don't know what you can get it on DraftKings now, but I mean, my goodness, dude. Like, I know it's women's MMA. She's coming back after a 3-year layoff, but I think you could parlay her. I think you could throw her point spread. I think she submits Hana Goldie early here, man. I don't like how Hana Goldie fights, man. And especially when Del Beto was having success up against the fence as well and got her down, dude. Yeah, give me Mizuki all day here, dude. Faced way better competition, loses to the better competition. Has way more fights, has the more grappling upside. Yeah, give me Mizuki by submission here, dude. And hit that armbar prop. If you guys can bet a submission method, bet Mizuki by armbar. You might get +5,000. So, yeah, give me Mizuki by submission here. I think she dominates Hana Goldie.
Excellent. Tyler, who you got, brother?
Yeah, so similar idea. I mean, you got to kind of take Inoue here because she is the better fighter, but I wouldn't be betting on her at minus 300, especially coming off of 3 years layoff with a ACL surgery and stuff. So she's way better, but we've seen people come back after massive layoffs and just not look like themselves. So I don't think the line makes it worth the bet. I don't think she's worth putting in a parlay. I don't think she has enough value to make it worth it for me. But Inoue should win, so that's the pick.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going with Inoue here too. I know she's been off for 3 years. She had the injury, but I feel like she's the better fighter everywhere. She's better boxing, better clinch against the cage. She has good jiu-jitsu. She has pretty good wrestling. I think everything's better in Hannah Goldie because I don't think Hannah Goldie is really like a UFC level fighter. And in a way, to be honest, she actually looks in pretty good shape. At the weigh-ins and face-offs, her stomach's in good shape and stuff. And before I've seen her fight, even when she came in on short notice to fight Yan Bunan, she's a little chubby. Then when she fought Lemos, dropped down to 115, she looked a little bit chubby there too. So I think she's in better shape now. I mean, this girl is tough. She's well-rounded. She's been fighting since she was 16. So I'm not high on Hannah Goldie at all. So give me Inoue. I don't have any bets on this fight, but I could see her getting a finish, especially if she could get some good shots off on Goldie. Goldie shoots in. Like Prop said, man, she's got a really, really good armbar. She's got a lot of armbar wins, and Goldie could get armbarred. So, but she's got them little short T-Rex arms, so that's going to be hard.
Yeah.
Still, she could do it. Training with Longo and that for all them years, even if she's not there right now, she still learned a lot in all that time, and she's in great shape. So, why House Stroll? What is up? He said on a 24H bus from Romania to Germany. Internet is fine, and y'all are on fire. Can't wait for the fights to start, man. We appreciate you coming out, hanging out with us on that bus ride. That would be cool just to see it. I mean, for me, because I've never seen all that stuff over there, so I would like to just get on a bus and ride from Romania to Germany and just see the terrain and the people and all that. That would be freaking awesome. But enjoy that. Be safe. We're gonna win some bets, man. He's a supporter in the Patreon, so I really appreciate you and hanging out. We're gonna get this one for the layer cake, man. I'm getting these shirts made too. Mizuki training out of Longo. She was Prop said, I don't think she is now, or somebody said that, but she was for a long time.
She moved gyms. She was in Thailand for 7 weeks for this fight too. She's been training for 14 to 15 weeks for this fight.
Oh yeah, Dale said Goldie ghosted me on an interview 4 years ago. She's 1-3. So that's coincidence? I think not.
Oh,
she's gonna pay for it again, Punchless. She's gonna pay for it again.
Real Fight Pick said if Hannah runs a special, I would subscribe. It seems fun, actually. you better. He must have his wife hid away at some place with no internet. There's nothing out there. He ain't worried about no frying pans. Pick'em said good matchup for Inoue coming back. Goldie not really dangerous anywhere. Yeah, and I mean, if you watch the fight with Inoue versus Lemo, she took a little beating there, but she scored 40-50 points herself on DraftKings because she put up a fight. She's super tough, and she's just going to be more tougher and more well-rounded. Better fighter. Yeah, Patrick, has to be something missing. Goldie is physically imposing. If this were anyone else with that body, she don't use her strength, man. She boxes at range, bro.
All she has is physique, man. That's all she has. She has no skill in MMA. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Most of you guys know I like to mess around with y'all, but can we just subscribe to all these awesome men and smash the like button after all these weeks in a row of making content? Yeah, man. 4 months. I was on I won 13 out of 15 weeks at one point. That's 3 months in a
Were you on was it 9 weeks in a row? Were you almost at 10? Were you
you're a
away or something?
You're a killer.
Then I lose 1 week, and then they robbed me on Grasso last week, so I lose a unit instead of winning 6. And now everybody questions all my picks. They're like,
I try to give you a compliment. Look what you do. You just bring it back up.
Mike Bell's starting fights between all of us, man. Come on,
fucking Mike Bell. Go out to Vegas to the Apex sometime, run into him.
You better not fucking be there today, man.
No shit. He should be suspended. They don't even suspend him.
He really should be. He better not be in that fucking building.
Yeah, that was
AR said, bad. Glad I didn't bet on Baranu. Yeah, I didn't watch him do that. Barnaby.
It was a good grappling fight. It was a fun fight to watch, but yeah, JJ Wilson earned the win.
Okay. Men's heavyweight division, 265. Jake slim down Collier versus Muhammad Usman. Tyler, I'll let you start this one.
Yeah, I got Usman. I just don't think Collier. I mean, he's just an obese middleweight, and sure, he's slimmed down, but he's still huge. He's just a fat middleweight. He shouldn't be a heavyweight. he's obviously made middleweight in the past, and it was not like he was shred city at middleweight. Like he was leaner, but he wasn't shred city. Dude doesn't need to be at heavyweight. Usman is shredded at heavyweight. Usman's probably going to muscle him around. Yes, he's low volume, but he's got serious power. I know he's not super accurate, but if he starts getting those takedowns, he's going to keep him down. I know Collier's active off his back, but like he doesn't try to get up. He just tries to do stuff, you know. And I really don't see him getting up. And so like if Usman gets a takedown, he's going to lay on him. Probably going to land a little bit of ground and pound, not much, because he's not super active either. But I think he wins. I think it's probably not the best fight on the card, but he probably wins.
I like the pick. Prop, who do you got, brother?
Yeah, so I like Usman here. I have his money line for 1.01 units at minus 135 to win 0.75 units. I just feel like he has a huge wrestling upside here. I don't think the striking is good. I don't think the output is good, but it's not like he's not doing the things that he's supposed to be doing when he's striking. Like he's landing a good jab. Like he does land a pretty good right hand at the time. And you know, the guy he's very physical. He's physical up against the fence. And it's like any time it's like for Collier to lose weight, why the fuck would you want to lose weight now, especially against a guy who has a bunch of muscle on him, weighing in at 232 pounds as well at weigh-ins against Collier, who everyone's saying looks slim. The guy's lost 10 pounds. He weighed in at 256 pounds and probably is going to gain it all back coming in on fight night tonight. And it's like what we've seen out of this guy's ground game, especially like we haven't seen a heavyweight, guys. In 7 fights of Jay Collier's career at the UFC at heavyweight, not one heavyweight has shot a takedown. And we literally saw Chris Barnett in full mount, ground and pound them out of there. So that basically just shows how bad the ground game is of Collier. So honestly, yeah, give me Usman at this price. I don't think his striking is good. I don't think his output is good. But I mean, shit, like if he gets his fight to the ground once, Collier does gas. His cardio isn't good. And I don't even think he's been with a good camp. Like he's been posting a bunch of Instagram pictures of him with his friends and him losing weight. And Usman's with a good camp, you know. Usman was training at Elevation at the time as well. So I don't think this guy's cardio is bad. And I know he didn't go for a finish against Tafa. I was on Tafa in that fight, but why the hell would he want Tafa to get back up on the feet? Because when he let Tafa back up on the feet, he showed that his cardio can hold up. He hurt him in the last 15 seconds of the fight. So I don't think Collier can do that. I don't think Collier's cardio can hold up. I think Tafa's way faster and way much stronger than Collier in the clinch as well, knowing he's still green in MMA. So, yeah, give me Muhammad Usman. I think he dominates this fight, and I honestly think he could finish Jay Collier on one takedown. So, yeah, give me Muhammad Usman money line. He's currently minus 130 on FanDuel. So, I would go hit that money line right now on Usman, man.
Okay. That's 2 on Usman. Yannick, who you got, brother?
Yeah, we're going to make it 3. I mean, Usman has the wrestling. He's got the power in the hands. Collier has the volume on the feet. But he has no takedown defense, and he doesn't know what to do when he's on the mat on his back. I mean, like Tyler said, he tries to do stuff. It's not like that's it. Literally, we've seen Usman fight a better striker in Justin Tafa, and he was able to get those takedowns. It took him a while, but he was able to get them, and I think he's just going to be stronger than Collier. And actually, Tafa does have pretty good takedown defense. He showed some, and then later in the fight, he got tired from having to stuff him all the time. But Collier is going to gas out even quicker than Justin did. So to me, I think this is Usman all day. I don't see how Collier can win enough minutes to even win because he's not going to knock out Usman. There's no way. So how is Collier going to win? Is he going to win 2 rounds? Like how though? Just how? I can't see it. I like Usman a lot here, and that price is just juicy right now. It's insane.
Yeah. What's it at right now?
Minus 130. Going down.
Yeah, minus 130 on FanDuel.
Because everybody loves, slimmer Collier.
Mm-hmm.
But Collier is going to Collier, guys.
Yeah.
Some Parker Porter type shit, man.
Bro, I'm old enough to remember Jake Collier getting fucking finished by Chris Barnett. You know what I mean?
I mean, 3-year-olds can remember that, Cody.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying.
Pathetic, right?
Like,
on the ground.
Bro, and I know he gassed out trying to finish him, but you should have finished him then. Like, you got finished by Chris Barnett, who shouldn't be in the UFC. Like, I like Chris Barnett. I like his style. I like his personality, all that. But, like, he shouldn't beat John Villante, but he shouldn't really be beating anybody in the UFC. He's fucking 5'6". But anyways, yeah, man, I like Usman here. I know Collier is going to have some volume. He's got a little bit of speed and all that, but I don't think that he's going to have any bit of power. And then his grappling doesn't seem all that great. Okay, offensive wrestling, but like most time he can't land takedowns. He did against Arlovsky. Arlovsky got right back up. I think that Usman has the power advantage. I think that he's going to have the grappling advantage, the wrestling advantage, and the cardio advantage here. So I'm taking Usman. The UFC ain't trying to build up Jake Collier. He's on 3 losses in a row. And he's just mid-level. Go look at all of his wins. His best wins, Chase Sherman, So I think that Usman has a little bit of potential. That win over Junior Taffa showed that he can win. Like in the UFC,
I said Junior, my bad.
Dude. Junior Taffa's a good fighter, man.
Yeah, and he actually showed good takedown defense against Usman and against Parker Porter. But like Usman was able to just fight through, and he got rocked a couple times. And like Johnny said, I don't see Jake Collier doing any more of that to Usman, where Usman shouldn't be able to out wrestle this dude or land the bigger shots. So let's go, man. I'm taking Usman. So Collier, a fat fizz. Let's see. Yeah, Barnett is 5'9". That's 5'4" in heavyweight terms, though. We got to keep it real. I lost a lot of money betting Collier not stopping now. I lost a lot on that Barnett fight. That's why I might be out here a little aggressive, talking aggressive. But punch this to Cody out here, size shaming, stay strong, short cage. Man, we can't pick how we are. We cannot pick how we are. That's for sure. Sherman is yeah. Yep. Both Ultimate Fighter are going to get the club. Yeah, Ultimate Fighter finale, people. Usman minus 124 now on FanDuel. Usman a bigger can. Maybe. It's a possibility, but I just think he hits harder and he's got better wrestling. And if he gets Collier down, I just don't see Collier scrambling a whole bunch. But, yeah, man, do I want to be betting Usman? Not really. Do I want to have bets on that dude? But I just...
The line...
Seen enough.
You kind of have to. If you're going to give me Usman minus 200, I'm staying away for sure. But this is basically a pick 'em now. I'm confident in the pick 'em with Usman all day.
He's pick 'em now.
What? Well, basically minus 130, minus 125.
I'm definitely doubling down. Not on Bet MMA.
I hate living in Nebraska.
Can't bet. I got to
drive across the border to Iowa to bet, and that's like 15-20 minute drive.
Fucking Iowa.
But I really think Usman should be higher than that. Like, that's the thing. Like, I'm not going to run out to the window and bet Usman at minus 200. But if you're going to give me almost a pick'em price, yeah, he's got
Collier
clear advantages.
It might only take one takedown, man. Like, seriously. He's going to hold him for the whole fucking round.
Yep. Yeah. Usman by KO. Let's go, Pink. Man. Yep. Pink Floyd in the house, too, man. What's up, Pink Floyd?
What up, Pink?
We're always aligned. Okay. Next fight, men's welterweight division. Brian Battle versus AJ Fletcher. Tyler, I'll let you start this one.
Love the Brundage play. 10-inch reach advantage. Dude's got this all day. I don't think Fletcher's bad. Don't get me wrong. I know a lot of people they've been getting like real upset when you think Battle's got it, no problem. But I think Battle's just better. I think he's better. I think he's a good fighter, and a lot of people don't think so. He's extremely durable. He's got a ton of output. His striking's pretty clean. Yes, he does get hit a little bit, but like I said, he's very durable. Takedown defense, it's not the best, but he works to get back to his feet. He's always trying to look for scrambles, look for the submissions as well. And yeah, Fakhretdinov kept him down. Fakhretdinov's got good top control. Shit takedowns, but like he's good. He gets you down. But his entries are horrible. So don't make me demonstrate that again. But
I was gonna say, can you please demonstrate us like that one time?
His takedowns are like they're bad. They look ugly, but when he gets on top of you, you're not getting back up because he's got very good top control. He shoots with his head right in there, but somehow people don't just knock him out with a knee. I don't understand. Either way, I don't think that Fletcher is going to be able to get Battle to the ground and hold him down for 3 rounds like Fakhretdinov did. I think when they're on the ground, Battle's going to be working his way back up or working for submissions, kind of like he did against Petrowski. I think on the feet, he's going to use that 10-inch reach advantage to piece him up, and I think Battle's getting this one done. I feel pretty good about it.
Right
Johnny,
on.
why don't you
Yeah, I'll go. How about that? Yeah, I'm on the Battle train here as well. I love the 10 inches of reach advantage. I think he literally has a 6-inch height advantage as well. If you saw on the face-offs, that's not 3 inches. That's at least 5 or 6 inches of height. But
we all know how guys are about gauging inches, but still, it's probably at least 6.
At least 6. Okay. But yeah, I think he's the better striker. I mean, Fletcher does have some power in his hands, but I don't know how he's going to get close to Battle unless he's going to have to be shooting and shooting and shooting. And if he doesn't get that wrestling going early, I can see this fight being like a slow paced a little bit. Maybe Battle's afraid of getting taken down and Fletcher is afraid to try to get it inside. So I like the overs in this fight. Like I have 3 plays on this fight. I got Battle money line, Fight to start round 2 in a super safe parlay, and then I have the over 2.5 at plus 100. I think it hits. Both guys are durable. They both have solid enough cardio to go 2.5 rounds, I believe. And I think as the fight goes on too, I think the finishing ability from both guys will start to wane a little bit as well too. So to me, I think if there's no finish in the first round from either guy, I think this goes to decision, and I think Battle gets it done.
Nice. Is that all 3?
Nah, props.
Prop.
Okay. Prop. Who do you got, bro?
Yeah, so I like AJ Fletcher here. I actually have his point spread plus 3.5 and minus 145. It's currently minus 120 on DraftKings. I just really like the spot here. I mean, people say Brian Battle has a 10-inch reach advantage. It's like, when the fuck is he using his reach advantage with his hands? It's like, all this guy likes to do is back up and kick up against the fence. It's like Tresean Gore, who was literally 3-0, green in MMA, was still able to put him on the back foot of that whole entire fight. And it's like, when Battle was letting go of the hands, he was being countered on almost every single combination. Like, I do like the guy's head kicks, don't get me wrong, but, it's like, he gets a 47-second knockout against Takashi Sato, who I honestly think is washed. He gets a 14-second knockout against Gabe Green, gets 30-24 against Fakhretdinov in the wrestling, didn't show how to stop a double leg at all. I know Fakhretdinov, he probably run through AJ Fletcher, but shit, like, when you watch AJ Fletcher in his game, I know regional scene-wise, it's like he gets a bunch of first-round finishes, but, it's like, I think he has good wrestling. I like his boxing. I like the way he closes range. He now moved his gym from Louisiana to Factory X in Colorado, so he's been addressing his cardio situation, which I think is honestly overlooked. He gassed an elevation against Losa and was a minus 165 favorite and almost finished him. Like, he had him really finished, and Losa is just extremely durable, man. We know how durable that guy is, especially surviving the shots he did against Del Molina on the Contender Series. I liked Fletcher's fight against Garimbo as well. He went in there against a grappler, and I think Garimbo is honestly a pretty good grappler. He's long for the division. He has good back takes as well, and he put him in a lot of bad spots. He dropped him with an elbow and then choked him out right away. I don't like Fletcher's takedown defense. He doesn't fight on any takedowns. What he does have is a good front choke. He got Petrosky out of there on the Fighter House with a ninja choke. And he even went for a ninja choke as well against Fakhretdinov when he was getting put up against the fence in that whole first and second round. So the guy's durable. He does have cardio, but he's not offensively wrestling at all. He's trying to defend it, and he can't really defend the takedowns. I don't think he honestly has good hands either. I think Gabe Green just kind of came out like an idiot, and I feel like Fletcher's going to stay more composed. I like his cardio. Honestly, I like him now at elevation, especially at Factory X. I wish he would kind of slow on the spinning attacks a little bit. He does throw a lot of spinning attacks. He doesn't really pace himself, but if he paces himself here, dude, and he comes in here and he fights a close fight with Battle, and which I feel like he is, dude, I love his point spread, but man, like AJ Fletcher by decision at plus 550 on DraftKings, I feel like is a really good look, dude. I really feel like he's the minute winner here, and I feel like if Battle's to win this fight, it's going to be a finish from Fletcher gassing and winning the fight, so give me AJ Fletcher plus 3.5, and I'm picking AJ Fletcher to win this fight by decision at plus 550 on DraftKings.
Okay. Yeah, I like Brian Battle here. I like his size. He's huge, 10-inch reach. Looks like he's got about a 5-inch height advantage, and he's well-rounded. Like, he got taken down by Fakhretdinov, but that's AJ Fletcher didn't even wrestle in high school or nothing like that. Like, he's strong, physical dude with decent double leg takedowns, like you've seen against like Semmelsberger, but that dude can get taken down by anybody. And he was the one getting out grappled by Themba Garimbo. He did rock him though in that second round, but I think Fletcher's like pretty good, but I just think he's kind of like small for this division. I don't know if his cardio is going to improve. Yeah, he's training at altitude, but he throws power in everything he does. Even when he grapples everything, he's going hard, but he's good. He's like well-rounded, but I just don't really see like where he's going to beat Battle. Like, I don't see him just taking Battle down for 3 rounds and holding Battle down. He's not Renat Fakhretdinov. That dude's a fucking savage, dude. And his ground and pound, like, Matt Semmelsberger has like some of the worst grappling we've seen in MMA, in my opinion. Like, takedown defense, definitely get up game. You've seen it against Jeremiah Wells and all these people. He gets taken down. He does not get up. And he got taken down by AJ Fletcher in the first round and held down. And then for the first 2 minutes of the second round, Fletcher won that round. And then he landed a takedown, and then Semmelsberger swept him and then was on top for the rest. And Fletcher gassed out in that fight, and Semmelsberger took over the whole second part of the fight. And then he gassed out against Garimbo, or not Garimbo, but him getting up and taking off just threw my whole mind off. He gassed out against Lusa. But that, I mean, he did go for the finish and he went wild, but dude, he death gassed. You know what I mean? Like death gassed. And he did go for the finish for like 20 seconds to 25 seconds, but like he was done after that. So Brian Battle he's a junkyard dog, dude. He's got phenomenal cardio, phenomenal durability. He's way bigger. Like, you know what I mean? Battle was at 185 and he didn't even seem that small there. So give me Brian Battle. I don't know. AJ Fletcher's super durable, so I don't know if he finishes him. But I do like Battle to get this win. I think that he's just going to be, I mean, even on the Ultimate Fighter, you've seen against Andre Petrosky, he was taken down in the first round and he kept getting up. And that just wore on Petrosky until finally Petrosky was gassed, took a bad shot. And I think he ninja choked him or some choke. Was it? Yeah, some type of front choke. So if he can do that to Petrosky, you know what I mean? He could do it to Fletcher. But I think Fletcher's durable. You've seen him take that beating against Lusa and survive. You've seen him take some big shots against Semmelsberger. So I'm going to say Battle by decision.
I like it.
Let's see. AJ's a bum. He said, "Fight game's unpredictable." It definitely is. Patrick said, "I hope everyone in here wins money. Cheers. We're gonna win some money."
He's a bum for this fight, though, but he's not a bum overall.
Nate Brown did not like PropAholic's take.
You owe me that shoey, Johnny. Remember that.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Me and Prop have a shoey right now. I battle. He has Fletcher, so we'll see what happens.
Excellent.
I'm ready.
Small Raw Torque said Small K is your favorite AJ, but Pooh Bear is a little more well-rounded. His striking's good, dude. And his kicks, he throws so many kicks, and AJ's so far
Different
out
kicks.
that he can't count. He can't even come over top of the kicks and fucking hit him because his arms are too short. Like
T-Rex arms a little bit.
Yeah, Battle could be a dude. I mean, AJ Fletcher's like a good dude, you know, solid top 35, 40. But I think Brian Battle
he should be a lightweight.
Definitely bigger than him. Yeah, he's way bigger than him.
He's huge, dude. He's freaking way bigger than him, dude. And then once he even gets all this extra weight on, he's gonna be a lot bigger than Fletcher. New Jim may help us. AJ seems like a jock, not a fighter. Yeah, equally smacked. And Battle's got that dog in him. You know what I mean, dude? I couldn't believe Renat Fakhretdinov didn't finish him, dude. The elbows and ground and pound. He was.
I had the under 2.5 there, man.
Yeah,
we're savage. I mean, dude, but Brian Battle's that dude that could take that.
Is,
Fletcher's. Renat would fuck Fletcher up. Like that's just my honest opinion. But I know Kevin Lee did not single leg Renat that one day. Double, was it the double, Tyler?
What's up? Oh, it's double. Yeah.
It was a knockout right away.
God damn,
crazy.
Freud's got that. Yeah, that was 1 unit on AJ in the over 1 point because we didn't really get to see what would happen. You know what I mean? Men's featherweight division 145, Charles Jourdain versus Ricardo Hamos. JohnnyKpicks, you can start this one.
Okay, good. Florida State won. Nice. Who we doing now? Hamos? Yeah, this is going to be a very, very good. I got some college bets going, guys. Sorry. Yeah, Jourdain versus Hamos is going to be a very good fight. And I'm going to lean on the Hamos side. I do like his grappling. I like his wrestling. Jourdain's biggest weakness, as we all know, is his takedown defense. But he does have a pretty decent, when he's on his back, he's got a good, he always goes for, submissions. He doesn't know, he knows what to do, but he just doesn't know how to stop from being taken down. But on the feet, I can see this being very close. Jourdain seems to get better as the fight goes on, and Hamos seems to slow down a little bit as the fight goes on. So to me, like, this is going to be such a close fight, but I like Hamos's grappling, his submissions, his wrestling. I think he'll be able to get Jourdain down to win the early minutes. But in the third round, Jourdain is almost like a mythical fighter in a way. He's got that like hunger and like the heart. He wants to go in there. He's got his cardio still, and he puts on good third rounds in every one of his fights. So to me, very close fight, but I think Hamos gets it done. I'm gonna say by second round submission, but wouldn't be shocked if it's gonna be a very close decision as well.
Okay. All right.
No bets, no overs, no unders, nothing. I'm gonna watch this as a fan, actually.
Okay. Prop, how do you see this one go now?
Yeah, so I lean Jourdain in this fight. I'm picking him to win, but on a betting perspective, I'm actually on the fight doesn't go to the distance at minus 125 on DraftKings for 1 unit. I just really like the forward pressure that Hamos brings. Like when I watch his last 5 fights, the only fight that I really haven't seen him bring out the pressure in round 1 is against Tukagov, where he was kind of like obviously probably had a wrestling up threat there, especially with Khabib Nurmagomedov in the corner against Tukagov. And when you rewatch that fight, Tukagov was landing the lead hook every time, and Hamos was backing up. And he showed in that third round that he does have cardio. He's bringing the pressure against Sukagod. There are a lot of moments where that fight could have finished. And yeah, Hamos, as Johnny mentioned, like, you know, Hamos doesn't really have good control. Every time he's in the grappling, he's really taking the back. He's threatening submissions. He tries to just literally standing rear naked choke you, which he has done at the UFC. He has three spinning back fist knockouts. I'm pretty sure 3 spinning attack knockouts. So the guy has shown that he does really have a high level pace, and especially on a spinning attack level. And when you watch Jourdain, man, it's like none of Hamos's opponents are really going to the body in the clinch. And Jourdain has really good dirty boxing to the body as well. And when you progressively watch his career, he gets better with the volume in the early rounds as well. So yeah, I like the fight doesn't go to decision here. I feel like Hamos is going to have to fight a really high volume fight against Jourdain because Jourdain's going to put him on the back foot. And Hamos had a given fight against Lingo. He missed weight by 8 pounds, and Jourdain literally wanted this fight. Jourdain wants to fight someone who's high volume, who's going to bring him a fight, and Hamos is going to have to bring him the fight here. Jourdain's going to bring the fight to him. I feel like there's going to be a lot of moments where this fight can end. It could be a little bit of a sweat ticket because both guys are a little bit durable, which I could see it going over. But yeah, I like the fight doesn't go. I think the pace of this fight is going to be crazy. It's my favorite fight from a fan perspective as well, and I can't wait for this fight, man. So yeah, fight doesn't go for me here. I'm picking Charles Jourdain to win in the second round by knockout.
Almost looked very good on the scales. I want to say that. He
did.
missed
He did
horribly
look good,
last time, but he looked amazing on the scale. So
He said he had a medical problem last fight.
Okay.
100%.
Which was good. I'm glad he missed weight because I had a bet on him. So I'm glad he didn't come in and they like
I did
6
too.
pounds, 5 pounds.
So did I.
And take a beat.
Yeah.
Tyler, who you got in this one, brother?
First things first, that bum that they brought in to fight Peter Queally, and he should have been disqualified. That's a ripoff. So anybody watching Bellator, Peter Queally should have got the win by DQ. That was an egregious head kick to a downed opponent where he stuck his toe in the guy's eyeball. Like that's clearly intentional.
What?
Like you do, yeah, it was stupid. So anyway, they brought some bum in to lose to Queally, and then like, yeah, whatever. It was like not even a minute into the fight. It was stupid. So anyway, they ruled a no contest. Dumb. But anyway, back to the fight.
Okay.
Charles Jourdain should get the win here, but Hamos is very live in the first round. He's got a lot of output early, comes forward. He spins a little too much for my liking because it puts him in bad spots sometimes, but he's pretty accurate with his spins at first. As he goes on, obviously gets a little less. He does fade as fights go, but not like it's not a complete drop off, but he fades a bit. I think Jourdain gets better as the fight goes on typically, so I lean Jourdain, and I won't bet him here, because I need to see one more fight of him showing that improved willingness to win a fight and not just make it fun. And I think he's saying all the right things leading up to it, because the reason I could never really pick him before is because Jourdain would even in interviews, he was like, oh yeah, I'd rather have a fun fight than win the fight. And I'm like, well, that's stupid. And so you couldn't bet on that guy. But in his last fight, he's like, yeah, I lost 2 in a row and I needed to win this fight. In the post-fight interview, he's saying this. He's like, I needed to win this fight. And I understand now I've kind of made a change in my mindset that I need to get wins, and that's more important than having a fun fight, even if the fans don't enjoy the fight as much as they did before. That's a good sign. Now, if he comes into this fight with that same mentality, he's probably going to do a lot better, and he's probably going to win. If he comes into this with his old mentality of, I just want to have a fun fight, he probably loses. So I'm taking Jourdain. I won't bet him at this point because of the we need to know for sure that he's all in on the winning fights, not just having fun. So, yeah, so Jourdain's a pick.
Jourdain. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna pick Hamos just because I think the striking's pretty even. And then Hamos has the better grappling, in my opinion. I mean, he has good cardio when he fights. He looks like he slows down a little bit, but he went 3 hard rounds with Bill Algeo. Was able to take him down like 8 times. Algeo's hard as hell to keep down, and Algeo's like 6 foot too. But yeah,
crazy over there.
It's my new phone, bro. It just keeps making all these noises.
Talking to you.
But yeah, Hamos, like, but I'm not like real confident on him. I just think he's the more well-rounded fighter. Like, they're both good. Charles Jourdain, he's not going to get choked out. He's a black belt. He's good on the ground, but I just think that his takedown defense is terrible. Like Nathaniel Wood, who's not a wrestler, he's more of a striker, was taking him down. Everybody's taking him down, to be honest. But I just think that Hamos has the striking to stand with him and then can mix in the grappling to get the decision win. Not that I mean, I didn't bet him, but I did bet the over 2.5 because I think both these dudes are super durable. They're super well-rounded. They're both veterans. They're skilled. Like, I don't see where it's not like, oh, if Hamos takes him down, he's going to choke him out. Or if they stay on the feet, Jourdain's going to knock him out because they're both well-rounded. They're good fighters. So I'm and Jourdain really doesn't finish that many people. I think like 4 of his last 5 fights, even wins, losses, went to decision.
Yeah.
His only loss by finish
was
was to Jourdain. Now, Hamos has been finished a couple times, but that was by like LaRon Murphy, who he throws heat. He's a big, strong dude, and
He gassed in that fight though.
he not. I mean, he got finished in like 3 minutes. He gassed.
Yeah, but he kind of gassed from spinning attacks and trying to jump the back multiple times in the first
against
round
LaRon Murphy. Well, he took him down, but then he got reversed by LaRon, and then LaRon hit him with some
the ground
big ass
pound. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. But it was like that was like 3 minutes into the first round, though. I don't know if he was gassed, but he looked like he got overpowered, and when LaRon fucking reversed him, started laying heat, and then it looked. But LaRon's a lot bigger and stronger than Charles Jourdain. It hits harder, but I like the over in this. I really do think that both guys are durable and well-rounded enough to survive each other. So, but you never know what happens. But give me your Hamos and give me the over. But we all had good points on it. That was a good fight. We're gonna start this next one because we only got 15 minutes and we got two really, really good fights. Did you break it down, Johnny?
Yeah, good. You're good. I was gonna say something, but it's gonna be very close.
And like
either way you look at it.
That I just heard the what do they say about the Toy Story dude? That you sound like or something, dude. I just heard that come in out of nowhere. Like, my man, Johnny. You're my man.
Fucking Cody.
There's a stick in my boot.
Bryce Mitchell.
Somebody bit me.
Bryce Mitchell versus Dan Ige. This is going to be a scrap. I'm gonna start this. So I haven't started on them.
There you go.
Like, one of these dudes are probably gonna look minus 500, man. This is gonna be a really good fight. I didn't bet on it because I don't know. We haven't seen enough from Bryce Mitchell. I liked his fight with Edson Barbosa. That's the only fight that he's had with a top tier guy that he was able to just dominate him, control him. You know what I mean? He was able to take Ilya down once, but he got beat up on that. So I don't know if he's going to be able to come out here and just do what some of these other guys have done to Dan Ige and just hold him down for 3 rounds and beat him up. Because most of the other guys that have done that to Dan Ige had good striking too. You know, like the Korean Zombie, Mirsad Bektik, I actually thought beat him, and he doesn't have that great a cardio. But anyways, Dan Ige, phenomenal boxing, has KO power in both hands. He's got pretty good offensive and defensive wrestling. He's got a high school wrestling background, black belt in jiu-jitsu, but he's not really like an offensive sub guy. But he's got a really good defensive sub defense because he's been in there with some good dudes that's had him on the ground in some crazy spots. Like, he got out of an arm triangle from Mirsad Bektik, dude, that was in so tight. But in this fight, I didn't bet it. I didn't bet anything. I'm going to take Bryce Mitchell just because I know his wrestling's phenomenal. I know he's going to stick to that game plan. I've just seen Dan Ige get out wrestled too many times, but I'm not confident in it because if Bryce Mitchell can't get that wrestling going, he's getting pieced up. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So I don't know if Bryce Mitchell's on the level yet. Like, if he's a Damon Jackson type dude, I think he's better than Damon Jackson with a little bit better wrestling, but I don't know yet. Like, we haven't seen him fight really anybody solid, and we didn't get anything out of the Topuria fight. So the only fight I can go off is the Barbosa fight, and he did look good there. So I'm assuming if he can do that to Barbosa, he can probably take down Ige. No confidence. Johnny K, who do you got?
Yeah, striker versus grappler here. Clear advantages with Ige on the feet and Mitchell on the mat, as we know. So I always lean the striker. I'm gonna go with the experience here. I don't have a bet on the money line or anything, but I just have a weird feeling that Ige stops the majority or cracks him early, and then it changes Bryce's game plan a little bit. Maybe he gets a little more timid, trying to get those takedowns, and he actually tries to stay on the feet. And if that's the case, Ige should win this all day. But I can totally see it too, where Mitchell gets those takedowns early, and it's going to be 3 rounds, 30-25 or something like that, Mitchell winning. But I don't know. I have a weird feeling that Ige, with the experience, like I said, he's tough. He's not going to get finished here. Bryce Mitchell doesn't really finish anybody. I mean, he's got a twister against low-level guys, but I mean, this guy, Ige, that's not going to happen to him. So he could be taken down and controlled, but he ain't going to get subbed. So either way, I love the overs in this fight. Any over you want to do, I think it hits. But if you want to play, I'm just going to take a shot on the pick, though. I think Ige, better striker. I think he cracks him, and then it's a different fight that everyone thinks it's going to be.
I can't blame you, dude. Like, Ige's live as hell here. That's why I'm gonna watch these last two as a fan. But PropAholic, who do you got?
Yeah, so I have Mitchell on a parlay. I know I missed that on the line. I saw people got on minus 138, but I parlayed him at minus 205 with the Fiallo Means fight doesn't go. Paid out to plus 114 on DraftKings, as I mentioned earlier. I just feel like Bryce Mitchell has a huge wrestling advantage here. Like, when I see Dan Ige in the body lock, he kind of has a trouble separating the hands. Evloev is kind of able to hold him in that position for like 11 minutes of that fight. And Bryce Mitchell, I feel like just has like kind of honestly better wrestling and pressure than Evlov with the wrestling, honestly. And I feel like his jiu-jitsu is just honestly better than Dan Igue's, you know? Like Bryce Mitchell literally has 6 fights at the UFC level and is attempting 10 submission attempts. And Dan Igue's only faced 5 in his whole entire career at the UFC level. So I feel like Bryce Mitchell is going to put him a lot of threatening spots on the ground. I feel like the submission's very live here. I feel like he's going to win pretty dominantly. Could it be a little bit of a strugglement on the feet early if he can't get it down? Yes, but Mitchell does have toughness, you know? He did show he's a little bit tough against Poirier. He got knocked down, but he ate a lot of big shots early, and he ended up getting down to Poirier after he ate some big shots in the second round. So, yeah, give me Bryce Mitchell. I think he's tough. He's never been knocked out. He has a huge wrestling upside here. And honestly, I'm picking Bryce Mitchell by submission at plus 600, man. I think he's going to be the first person to submit Dan Ige, dude. So, yeah, give me Bryce Mitchell by submission at plus 600. I think he submits Dan Ige in the third round, man.
Okay. Ige slows down usually in the third round.
Yep.
That's when he starts
gives up
accepting.
the back to get up all the time, man. Gives the back up to get up all the time.
I just got the over 1.5 and like a super safe parlay,
yeah, that's
so I'm
very
okay with
safe
that.
line. Yeah,
Ige is one of them dudes. I don't know if I'll ever see him get finished, bro. That dude's fuss.
It's going to be by submission.
He's Hawaiian. He's Hawaiian. Might as well be Mexican.
Tyler, who do you got, brother?
So it's funny. I actually also have Mitchell by third round submission. I swear, I did not just come up with that now. Okay. I had a pick on Tapology a while ago too. Third round submission.
Shoot, I'm about to do my Tapology.
Yeah, do that
every fucking week, Cody.
But so people are like, "Oh, Bryce Mitchell can't strike." But he doesn't have to be a great striker to be able to land on the feet. Because what happens is it's the same thing we saw against when he was fighting Barbosa. The threat of the takedown is so great because you know how good he is on the mat that just knowing that it's coming makes you bite on anything, and then you can get cracked on the feet because he dropped
the Barbosa fight right there. Yeah,
dropped him. Like that's crazy. So and Barbosa's the better striker. Like there's no joke about that. But like, but yeah. So I mean, if Mitchell can do that, he can definitely land on Ige if he's starting to get that takedown threat coming. And I think as the fight goes on, I think Ige is just gonna be tired of having to like, do I defend the takedown? Do I defend the strike? And it's going to be too much for him because Ige, you know, he's coming forward with that boxing style. He throws some kicks every now and then, but he's more of a boxer, and he's going to be trying to do that. And he's not going to offensively wrestle with Bryce Mitchell. That'd be a really stupid idea. So you know the threat is simply like a boxing threat. But with Mitchell, you got multiple angles coming at you. So I've got to take Bryce Mitchell to get it done. I think he gets it a third round submission. I really do. So yeah.
So that.
That's that.
That's that. Real quick too. I don't know how I did it, but I skipped over Watterson and Rodriguez. I just realized.
Okay, we'll do that real quick.
So everybody, just give your pick real quick on that, and then we'll take more time for the main event.
Yeah, nothing's changed in 2 or 3 years since they fought last, and Rodriguez should win this one by decision.
Same.
There you go.
Yeah, I'll pick quick. How do you guys by decision? Nothing really sticking out to me here.
I better by decision. I don't know why everybody else wasn't on that. It was only minus 165. That was an excellent line, and that's like the most logical bet on this card because we've already seen it happen before.
I just lose money on her all the time. I bet her, so I'm staying
on
away.
Rodriguez. I appreciate you staying off of that.
Love the overs as well. Love the overs. Overs and Rodriguez by decision is the bet.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Main event time. Let's go, man. Rafael Fiziev versus Mateus Gamrot. And Tyler, I'm gonna let you start this one, brother.
Great. So this one's very polarizing this week, and everybody thinks that their side's a lock, and I think that's crazy. I think this is probably one of my least confident picks on the entire card. Close fight. Fiziev, obviously the better striker. Gamrot, obviously the better grappler. I don't think there's any crazy thing in saying that. The weird thing is, so like, I said this on Patrick's show on, what was that, Tuesday? I usually try to fade both of these guys against higher level competition. And I've been really unsuccessful, even when I should have been successful. For example, I tried to fade Gamrot against Sarukian and against Jalen Turner. I thought he lost both of those fights. And I thought the Sarukian fight was
definitely lost Sarukian.
Definitely. And I thought Turner beat him too, but I understand that one being close, whatever. But the Sarukian fight I thought was an absolute robbery. So I tried to fade him twice, failed twice. Fiziev, I tried to fade him against Bobby Green. I tried to fade him against Justin Gaethje. I got the lucky one on the Gaethje one, but Green wasn't able to get it done.
I'm glad you said lucky.
Yeah, it was. I mean, Gaethje clearly won. I
thought Fiziev won 1 and 2.
Clearly won the first, second ones where we're wondering, but anyway, so it's tough for me because we consistently see Fiziev in the third round just not look good. Like first 2 rounds he looks great. third round, he just falls up. Like Bobby Green was beating the brakes off him in the third round. And you're like, what is this? Like, I know Bobby Green's good, but like, you know, like all of a sudden he just looked like he was a minus 1,000 in that third round. And so Fiziev in rounds, it scares me for rounds 3, 4, 5. Either he has to really pace himself early on, or he's probably going to fall off a cliff. And that's not what you want against a guy like Gamrot, who's maybe when he gets tired, yeah, he does slow down a bit, but he still keeps coming with the takedown volume. So if it goes to decision, I feel like Gamrot's probably going to win the last 3 rounds. However, Fiziev's got a really good chance of finishing a guy like Gamrot, who does get dropped a lot. Although I know he's tough as nails and gets back up, he gets dropped a lot. Super tough one for me to pick. I'm going to take Gamrot, but like with zero confidence whatsoever. And a draw probably is what I should have bet, but I didn't. So yeah, Gamrot, I guess.
Okay. Propster, what you got, bro?
Yeah, so I bet Fiziev here. I bet him at minus 150 for 1.2 units here. I just really like the striking upside that he has here, and I really do like his takedown defense. Like when I see Gamrot shooting takedowns, it's in the southpaw stance, and Fiziev does a really good job at stuffing the single leg because he's laterally moving all the time, and the body kicks are always a threat. And when I know Gamrot stands in southpaw, he gets the body kicks blasted. Like shout out to the Chizukian corner because they really did expose a part in Gamrot's game when he's in southpaw. That's where his takedown threat is really there. And Jourdain was just blasting body kicks for the first 2 rounds. That's how he was able to get up on the scorecards. Then he went to the wrestling, and that's when Gamrot was really to get the advantage because Jourdain was gassing from the wrestling. And Fiziev isn't going to be wrestling here. He's going to be blasting body kicks. He's going to be attacking the lead leg of Gamrot early too, which he really should do here. He didn't do it to Gaethje because Gaethje was threatening him with the leg kicks early. Because who isn't Gaethje threatening with the leg kicks early? The guy's probably the best leg kicker at 155. And Fiziev has fast hands, man. Like, I like his cardio, dude. Like, he slowed down against Green, but he really didn't. Like, Bobby Green attempted over 110 significant strikes in the third round and landed 74 of them. Like, I don't think that's going to be Gamrot's output, especially from a striking perspective in a 5-round fight, especially in the third round, because he's going to be trying to go to the wrestling here. And I don't like his control, man. I think his control is pretty bad. And when you watch the Turner fight, I know he's got a 6-inch reach advantage, but every time when he was getting blasted with combinations inside, it was after the takedowns when he couldn't get it down, and that tires you out more and more. So, yeah, and after when you watch Fiziev's round 5 KO against RDA, he knocked him out with the same left hook. He knocked out Moicano with the same speed and the same power behind it. So I think this guy's cardio is going to hold up. I think he's the way better striker here. So, yeah, give me Rafael Fiziev money line. I don't really know the method he's going to win by. I think he can win by decision, but it wouldn't shock me if he knocked out Gamrot on a nutritional knockout because I honestly think he's going to stuff the takedowns and have the better cardio here. So, yeah, give me Fiziev money line here at minus 150. I got it at.
Okay. All right. Yannick, who you got, brother?
Yeah, very close fight. I'm actually not super confident in my pick, but I always lean the striker, as I say. So I'm going to go Fiziev here. I think, like Pop said, I like the body kicks. I think that's going to play some major roles early on. As the fight goes on, though, I do think it favors Gamrot with his wrestling, and Fiziev does slow down with his volume a little bit. Not to say that he's like gassed, but he just throws less volume. We've seen it in the third round in many of his fights, but he's got very good takedown defense. And so to me, I think he's going to win those early rounds. And then the third round, whoever wins that third round, if it gets that far, let's put it that way, is going to win the fight. Because I think Gamrot is going to win the last 2 rounds with his wrestling and tenacity. He's going to shoot 20 feet away and eventually get there somehow and maybe get a takedown or try to. And Gamrot's going to be the better striker early on. So both guys are super durable. I don't actually see a finish in here, but if there is a finish, it's going to be Fiziev, obviously. But I think this fight goes to decision. I'm going to say Fiziev wins a very close decision, but the only bet I have in this fight is to start round 3 because I think it just goes to decision. And I think 2 rounds, I think Gamrot's good, and Fiziev starts to slow down after that. So I don't want to be on that end of it. So I'm okay with the first 2 rounds. I think it may be a little bit slower paced than a lot of people think.
Yeah, yeah, man, this is going to be a phenomenal fight, man. It's hard with, like I said, the last 2 fights of the card, I didn't put no bets on. I like the over like 2.5, 3.5 in this fight. I think it goes to decision, but I definitely like them earlier overs. And dude, I don't know, man. Like this is going to be a crazy fight. It was hard to figure out. to have any confidence on either side. It's just like you guys said, like anybody that's real confident on this fight, I don't know. I think that's kind of tough. Like Fiziev, obviously, excellent Muay Thai, super fast, powerful striking, explosive as hell. Seems to have pretty good takedown defense and a pretty good get up game, but we only really seen it against 38-year-old RDA, who's, you know, littler. He's smaller. He's like 5'8". And then he was even kind of, to me, looking a little tired going into the 5th round. Then he got that 16-second knockout into the 5th round, which looked good. But he's tough. He's explosive striker. He does look like he has pretty good defensive and offensive grappling. I will say that RDA was able to hold him up against the cage for a ton of time in that fight. Gamrot, decent boxing, decent leg kicks. He was hitting Jalen Turner with some pretty good leg kicks, but I don't think like Fiziev's not as stationary as Jalen Turner was. But Mateusz Gamrot's stand-up serviceable. It's definitely not good, but he's a grappler, and he's a phenomenal grappler. He shoots a crazy single leg, and he shoots it from 20 feet out. Sometimes he gets it, sometimes he don't, but he's making you work the whole time either way. Pretty good clinch up against the cage. Decent jiu-jitsu, but it does seem like Prof said he kind of has trouble holding people down sometimes, you know, like Guram and a lot of people like that. And to be honest, I don't feel confident, but the thing that made me pick Fiziev here was that he was able to stop the takedowns of RDA. So seeing him fight a pretty good wrestler, but as an old dude and not a real wrestler, more jiu-jitsu boxer. And he was able to get that win. And then Gamrot versus Guram, facing a guy that's real athletic, that's fast with explosive hips and stuff. He wasn't able to take Guram down and get any control on Guram. As soon as he'd hit the ground, Guram was just like Benio Dariush, man, transitioning, rolling, doing anything he can to get out. And he would get out. And then when they were standing, he was getting beat up. Granted, that was a couple years ago. I'd say Gamrot's striking is a little better, but I have no confidence in this. I'm picking Fiziev by decision. And I think what's going to be a freaking fun fight to watch and just watch as a fan. I don't even need a bet on this one. So, but
true.
Yeah, man, that was an excellent card. This card's about to start. Want to give a shout out Fireside for being in here. Dirty Reg, John Francis is in here. Said good luck, Cody. You're the man, John. Appreciate that so much.
Yes, sir.
Duke, link to watch where if you go in my Layer Cake Discord, they'll hit you with the link in there. If you go to my Layer Cake Discord, that's in my breakdown video. Them dudes will hook you up in there. I'm not really sure how to do all that, but they'll hook you up. Max, Tamaris Vidal, method of victory, double chance, plus 2K, 225. Everybody, good luck today. Tyler, tell them about your stuff, where to find you. Besides, the link is in the description for both these dudes' YouTube pages. Tell them where they can find you, Tyler.
Yeah, 138 MMA everywhere. Find me on that. Twitter, Tapology, YouTube, patreon.com/138MMA, all those things. Yeah, all the good stuff. And don't forget, check out my breakdowns for the Contender Series. Not everybody does those. I got them coming up. They probably posted tomorrow at the latest Monday.
Well, I will check it out, Tyler. I will.
Excellent. I went 5-0 2 weeks ago, and I went 3-1-1 last week, so not too bad. Or I guess this week.
Excellent. Prop, what do you got, brother? Where can they find you at?
Yeah, so you guys can find me at MMA_PropAholic on Twitter and that MMA_PropAholic on YouTube. And I also have my Discord link to my bio as well on my Twitter. I have to keep updating it because the Discord links expire. And I got my Bet MMA tips in there also, where I track all my bets and have all my track back records for the past year and 2 months now. So yeah, check me out on there. And thank you, Cody, for having me on here. It's a pleasure as always. And let's make some money this weekend, guys.
No problem, man. We appreciate you coming on, man. Yanni K, anything to say to anybody?
You can follow me on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, all that good stuff at JohnnyKpicks. Breakdown videos on Sundays or Mondays. And then we do lives on Thursdays and Saturdays. That's all we do.
Yep. What he said, I'm on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. My link's in there too. Johnny's link's in there. But we appreciate everybody coming out, hanging out with us, talking fights with us. Cheeky Elbow, Fireside, Dirty Reg, Raw Torque, Daz, Files, Cucumbered RX, my boy Don, Pink Freud, Tanner Austin, Saba, Shafiq, everybody that comes out, Bunny Hunter, John Francis, Sneerius, freaking everybody. Who else we have? We had a ton of people in here. Daniel Cover's been coming out, hanging out a lot lately. That's awesome. But Jason Ward, everybody, Robert, New York Robert, dude, everybody, I hate missing people, but we appreciate all you guys coming out. We appreciate you guys being on the show. Johnny, man, I'll be talking with everybody in these chats. But good luck tonight, everybody, and I hope that everybody kills it, man. And we will see you guys. Enjoy your week off, man. Seize the day next weekend. Seize that next Saturday, man. We'll see you guys. See you.